Hello everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Ian, yes, you can be added. So right now, for the first 15 minutes of my live stream, I offer free questions, and depending on the day, I'll let you know what I'm doing. So for example, in the title of this live stream, it says free one card pool. So ask a question, I pull a tarot card for you. I will be doing this for 15 minutes, which means it ends at 6:45 p.m. my time. And also, just really quickly, for those of you who want to be a part of a giveaway, if you're a mom, drop a blue heart in the chat. I am doing a giveaway as a gift to the moms out there. There will be a winner announced in about 30 minutes at 7 p.m. Must be present to redeem. So don't drop a blue heart and leave. Make sure you hang around. All right, let's see. This is for Emmy. Emmy, I'm getting a yes. The Knight of Cups. Hey everyone. Amy, I have a yes. Knight of Pentacles. Marta, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Happy Mother's Day. Margaret, I'm getting a yes. I have the Queen of Pentacles. My Mother's Day celebration will be like tomorrow. I'm going to be seeing my sister and my mom. They're both moms. We're all gonna hang out and have like a game night, and it should be fun. So today is more low-key for me. Nisha. I will also announce the people that I'm adding to the giveaway, so that way everyone can make sure they're on there. I am seeing you guys drop the blue hearts in the chat. I just haven't like acknowledged them yet, but I see them. Nisha, I have a yes. King of Wands. Mature, I'm getting a yes for you. Six of Wands. You're welcome, Emmy. Ian. Make sure if you guys are a mom, you drop a blue heart in the chat. I'm going to be doing a giveaway in about 20 minutes for a free reading. So make sure you guys stick around. You must be present to win. Don't leave. Make sure you're here. Ian, this is interesting. I have the Five of Pentacles for you. Are you asking if you're gonna pass the test? I think you need to apply yourself more, and then I think it can work out for you. I'm sorry, I just don't quite understand what you're asking, but Spirit is saying apply yourself more, maybe do more studying or more practice. That's fun, Amy. Dollface Diva. They are saying definitely give some more time, but there isn't guaranteed results here. More time is not necessarily going to equal a good outcome. it's going to increase your chances, but it's not going to yield 100% positive results. I have the Seven of Swords, which is a very unstable energy here. So, short term, more time, but just also keep in mind that might not be the only, like, it's not a guarantee. I hope I'm making sense. Um, Amy, send me a picture. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. If you're a mom, make sure you're posting a blue heart in the chat. I am seeing you guys drop blue hearts. I just haven't acknowledged you guys individually. I'm working on these free questions really quickly. Also, the donation list is open. I don't think I got any pre-orders, so if you want to donate, there shouldn't be too long of a wait. Is Raphael going to come back into Philomena's life? Philomena. I am getting a no, 10 of Wands. Daisha, I'm getting a yes. 10 of Cups. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Firefly. Firefly, I am getting a yes. IJ, I'm getting a yes. 10 of Cups. Hey Virgo, welcome in. How are you today? Ashley, thank you for liking. Amy, I think I'm seeing some donations from you come through. Just confirming that. Ashley, Ashley, I don't think I can give you a yes, no right now. I have a Two of Pentacles, which is a maybe, but I'm leaning towards a no because at the top of the deck is the Three of Swords and the bottom is the Eight of Cups. But I'm getting a maybe right now. Grace. Grace, yes. I have the Queen of Pentacles, which is a great card because it's the card of being a wife and mother. I am going to give a shout out to every person I'm adding to the Mother's Day giveaway. As soon as I get a chance, I will be doing that. So just bear with me here. Make sure you guys stay. In about 15 minutes, I'll be announcing the winner for the Mother's Day giveaway for a free tarot reading. Lisa, I got a yes for you. I also got the Queen of Pentacles. Ray, I am getting a yes, Two of Cups. Lotus Bean, you have King of Swords. This person doesn't like to have a lot of stress. Nobody likes to have stress, but this person tries to stay as low key as possible. So maybe like more laid back and chill. This person is very routine oriented, intelligent, rational, logical, powerful. They might be an authority figure at work. They might be a really good dad, not necessarily hands on as much as you would like, but definitely someone who offers structure and security to a child. Good manners, good conversation. They tend to think with their head over their heart. They're very logical. Yes, Amy, I got your donation. Mature Dollars, thanks for the Cash App. I will let you guys know the order of donations in just a second. You're welcome, Daisha. Happy Mother's Day, Ashley and Daisha. You're welcome, IJ. You're welcome, Firefly. Bear with me, I'm still trying to catch up in the chat here. Where am I? Oh, yes, no, and a mini. Okay, got it. Hi, Maribel. Mature, I'll confirm your donation in just a second. Sunshine, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. You're welcome, Ashley. All right, we have a lot of yes, no's coming through. So I am going to go ahead and close the list right now so I can be all caught up by the time that the timer is up. And then I will be adding everyone who dropped a blue heart in the chat. I'll be adding you very soon to the giveaway wheel. So we can pick at random in about 15 minutes. 7 p.m. my time is when we'll be doing this. 7 p.m. my time. It's 6:45 right now. Maribel, I have a yes. 6 of Pentacles. Sunshine. I am getting a yes, Sunshine. I have the 4 of Cups. And Vivian. Marta, let me check back on your question. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry if I missed it. Vivian, I have the Lovers. This indicates that the choice is yours. You both have to make this happen. It's not just going to happen naturally or organically. Like you're not going to just run into each other. It has to be something that you plan. But I think the option is open for this to happen. So I am getting a yes. Fabi, the giveaway is for mothers today. For Mother's Day, I figured I would do a on theme giveaway. So we're just doing, if you're a mom, you're going to be included in the giveaway today. Marta, I did not forget you. I'm going to scroll back and see if I can find your question. This is for Faith. Faith, I have a yes. King of Cups. Mature, I already answered one of your questions, so I don't do second freeze. If you want, that can be the yes, no question that you donated for. If you'd like, let me know if that's your preference, and I'll hold on to your question. IJ, thank you for the donation. I'm going to confirm those in just a second. Where am I? Faith, I got a yes for you. I don't know if you saw that or not. Fabi. Fabi, I'm getting a no. The Hanged Man. Fabi, you put a blue heart. Are you a mom? You're welcome, Lisa. Only drop a blue heart if you are a mother. Please don't take this away from other moms out there from possibly winning a free reading with me if you're not a mom. Crow's Nest, yes, you absolutely can donate. Sorry, I'm a little behind on answering this question, but the donations are open and I'm going to be posting the donation list in just a second. So 4 of Cups in this deck is a yes, it's Sunshine. It might be a no in another deck that I would use, but in this deck in particular, I activated this deck to basically be face value, and this card specifically says yes. 4 of Cups is not, it's a very neutral energy, so I wouldn't expect anything amazing with it, but it is coming through as a yes with this deck in particular. You're welcome, Dollface. Fabi is a mom of 2. Perfect. Mature, I've got you on the list there. Rising Storm, that sounds great. I'll keep you in the back of my mind. All right, guys, I am Mature. I did answer a question of yours already. I'm not sure what the question was, but I know I did answer it, and I believe I got a yes. It was a while back. Crow's Nest is a mom of 3. That's so fun. All right, let me scroll and try to find Marta's yes, no question really quickly so I can answer that for her. Marta, I see a lot of blue hearts and happy Mother's Days, but I did not see your question come through on my side. So Marta, if you're here, just post your question again for me and I will answer it as a free yes, no. Mature, thank you so much for the donation. I am going to be confirming those donations in just a second. And Amy, that sounds good. I'm just going to wrap up this free list really quickly for Marta. Martha, if you're in here, please post your yes, no question. I couldn't find it. It wasn't coming through for me. Okay, I posted the donations. This is the order that these came through. I did not see anyone donate for Skip. So if you paid to Skip, please let me know. Mature, I have you after Amy, and I did answer a free question for you already. I believe it was the first yes, no question that I saw, which was, does he miss you? Which I believe you responded to. So we already took care of your free question. Marta, if you're in here, please ask your yes, no. I did not see your question for some reason. All right. Now, really quickly, let me go ahead and add everyone onto the list. I'm going to tell you guys who I'm adding to the Mother's Day list. Make sure that you're here because we're going to announce the winner in about 5 minutes, give or take a few minutes because it's 6:53 my time. Okay, so the first person I am adding is Vivian West. The next person that I'm adding is, oh wait, hold on. This isn't going in order. It doesn't matter, but sorry, this might not be going in order. Margaret Hunkera. Next, I'm adding Marta Felix. These are, I'm announcing who's going on the Mother's Day, okay, guys? Next on the Mother's Day giveaway, I have Nisha Queen. Then I have the Dollface Diva. Then I have Mature Dollars on the Mother's Day giveaway. After that, I have Daisha. And then I have Ashley Vasquez. And then I have It's Sunshine. We're just going through the list of the Mother's Day giveaways right now. Then I'm entering in now Crow's Nest. Now I'm entering in Marybelle 124. All right, now I'm entering in Fabi 0404. And I believe I already entered Mature Dollars. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to put on the screen really quickly everyone that I've added. That way everyone can just double check really quickly and make sure that I added you in. Just a reminder, this is just if you're a mom. I'm adding you on to the Mother's Day giveaway. Let me see if I can make this a little bit larger. Nope, that looks crazy. All right, hopefully that's large enough. I don't know if I can zoom in. I don't think I can, no. So that's the list, guys. That's everyone I have. If you dropped a blue heart and I missed you, I'm so sorry. Let me know. I'll add you back. We are going to spin the wheel in about 3 minutes. Did Marta ever come back with her yes/no question? Has anyone seen her? Amy, if you see her, let her know. I'm still willing to do a free yes/no for her. I just don't see her question anywhere. Maybe the chat wasn't working for her or something. Amy, I have your yes/no question. James, hey, happy Mother's, well, I guess it's not happy Mother's Day to you, but maybe to your mom. Yes, absolutely, James. I will definitely do that. That sounds great. Right now for donations, we have Amy, Mature, Virgo, IJ, Crow's Nest, and I believe now I'm seeing James, and then after James, I have Rising. You guys are more than welcome to pay to skip, but if you want to wait around, that's cool too. Plus to skip Rising. Okay, I'll put you at the top of the list. Bear with me, guys. 2 minutes and we're announcing a Mother's Day giveaway winner. Make sure that if you win, you are here. because I'm going to do your reading immediately and I need to make sure that you are present. Marta, if you're here, the chat isn't working for you. Yeah, if you're here, it's not working, but I'm still willing to do a yes, no for free for you. James, I have your questions. All right, guys, it's 7 o'clock. We're going to announce the winner for the Mother's Day giveaway. Good luck, everyone. Wow, Fabi won. Congratulations, Fabi. Congratulations. All right, Fabi, so you have to be present. Hopefully you're still in here to win. Oh, hey, Fabi, please drop your question in the chat. What would you like to know? Congratulations for winning. Thank you, everyone else, for participating. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for liking the live stream. We will be back this week with more giveaways, so just check in with me and see what we're offering for the day. The yes no free list is closed. Sienna, yes, that is correct. Congratulations, Fabi. Thank you guys for your support. Happy Mother's Day. This is just a thank you from me to you guys to offer something to you for always being here and supporting my channel. Fabi is like, I knew it. I felt it. Thank you guys for congratulating Fabi. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to get to donations very, very soon. And trust me, I will be working through these like very hard so that way no one's having to wait for a very long time for their reading. If you donate, let me know. If you pay to skip, let me know. Sophie, free list is closed. I'm sorry. Bobby. Pros, yes, that's fine. You'll be after Rising Storm, okay? I'll move you up in just a second. Timing wise, when will Rig contact me again and energies around it? You're welcome, Sophie. Thanks for stopping by. All right, timing wise, when will Rick contact Fabi again? All right, we've got July 22nd to August 1st. It is the wands, so typically those happen a little bit quicker. So that means that that would be this year. I'm getting, I'm sorry, what did I just say? July 22nd to August 1st specifically. Now we are getting the Queen of Pentacles, so sometimes that comes through if it could delay a little bit into Virgo season. So just keep Virgo season and end of summer in the back of your mind. The Queen of Pentacles energy also indicates that this person views you as a high value person. They may not be seeing you as like their girlfriend or wife specifically, but they are viewing you as a girlfriend wife material. So they know that you're not the type of person that you just kind of like fool around with and leave. Like you're the type of person who needs to be respected and be given that respect as far as a relationship is concerned. Oh, that's so sweet. Lots of earth energy. Five of Wands does indicate sometimes there could have been some conflict, disagreements, or not seeing eye to eye. That's there in the back of their mind. We also see that with the Five of Swords here. This talks about maybe someone was trying to have the upper hand or have the power in their relationship. You might feel that this person didn't give to you and only did what they want at a certain time, or could indicate some immature tendencies with the Page of Swords. They're coming through. You had a fight. Yeah, they're coming through as the page. They view you as like they put you on a pedestal, like they view you as like higher than them as far as like maturity and readiness for a relationship. But I do feel like they're going to want to come through and just be honest with you. It's also indicating that this is under divine timing because the Wheel of Fortune just came through. The Six of Cups talks about reunion and reconciliation, and that came out with the Wheel of Fortune. So they're saying this reunion is planned. It is something that is going to happen, but it is under divine timing. So just be patient with that. But yeah, I feel like he's going to come to you. My guess is end of summer, early September time frame. Thank you so much, Fabi. I hope you enjoyed your reading with me. Congratulations again on winning and happy Mother's Day. All right. So next up we have Rising Storm. You're welcome, Fabi. Rising is next, and then after Rising, Crow's Nest paid to bump up on the list for a pay to skip. PTS. Y'all, I'm holding it down. I actually was a little bit nervous to be doing 3 things at once, but I feel like I multitask pretty well and I'm very proud of myself. Okay. So Rising, feel free to like let me know if you're here, but I am gonna go ahead and get shuffling for you in just a second. I posted the donation list. If you find yourself missing off of the list or if I did something wrong, I'm only human. Just let me know if I messed up. But I have a pay to skip for Rising, then Crow's Nest. After that, we have donations in order of the order that I received them. We have Amy, Mature, Virgo, IJ, and James. Rising is here. Perfect. So Rising, you're here for a BOGO. And let me pull up your question. Oh, wow. That's interesting, Rising. That's very interesting. Okay, first question. Yeah, remember yesterday when we were talking about him kind of like holding back a little bit? It's making me wonder if maybe he was just curious about you and trying to like communicate with you without feeling like he's doing something quote unquote wrong. It's really interesting, but you can tell by the way that he was entertaining the conversation, even though he wasn't saying as much. He wasn't stopping you from talking to him. He was communicating with you and responding to you. And so that's really interesting. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, how is he feeling about this? Did you respond, Rising, did you respond to him that you were upset about this? Like, did you come across a type of way, or do you think that he knows you're upset about this? I'm just curious. Because I feel like you handled this with grace, but there may have been like a tone, a little bit of a tone. Um, I think he's still interested in seeing what's to come with your connection right now, but I think that he's feeling to himself that he's not quite sure. There is something about having like a trick up his sleeve or something in his back pocket, so to speak, and he is heavily relying on that. And this is the fact that he either thinks you don't know it's him, or he wants to believe that you don't know it's him. And that way, if he were to come to you again directly, that you wouldn't associate him with this other person that kind of said that they wanted to work on things with their person. So um, he's a little bit disappointed, I think, because he's not communicating with you, but I think that he knew that could only go on for so long. And I remember feeling like he was at a fork in the road and feeling like, well, is he going to be straight up with you and tell you that it's him, or is he going to try to play it off and pretend like it's not? Do you remember when I said I think he's going to try to contact you from a different number and try to play it off like that wasn't him? And I felt like the only way he would come clean is if you called him out on it. So that's kind of the direction that I feel like was, I guess, confirmed or established. Um, you said there was a tone, is sad about it. Yes, you did. I remember. So I feel like now he's going to kind of try to play it off as if like that wasn't him, just to be clear. So now that when he comes to you as himself, he's not associated with this other conversation that happened. So that's kind of like his trick up his sleeve or his play in his back pocket, is that he's like, well, this may not have gone well this way, but at least it wasn't quote unquote me talking to her. I was pretending to be someone else or whatever. So maybe he feels like now when he comes to you as himself, he'll still have a chance. It's like basically he's saying, at least I didn't ruin it. You know what I mean? Like at least I didn't ruin it as me. I just ruined it as someone else. So it's a very interesting, but now I'm feeling very confirmed and cemented, I guess, or set in stone in the fact that he's gonna try to play it off as if that has nothing to do with him, that that's a completely different person. Um, and like I said, I think that when he comes to you directly, he's going to have a different number to give to you. I think that that's key. Right now, this was almost like window shopping. That's kind of what I'm picking up from him. This was window shopping for him. He just was kind of like, I'm not going to buy it, but I kind of want to see if it fits, like if it's cute on me. Do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like he was comparing the situation as window shopping. He's just perusing. He just was kind of seeing what the vibe was. And then for him to make his decision. Personally, I don't think it's very fair to you, only because you don't get to do that. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't, you don't get to have this on your terms. So why does he get to have it on his? And not only that, but you want him to make a decision to want to be with you because he wants to be with you, not because he liked what he saw and wants to jump from ship to ship. You want him to be established and like separate himself from this other person. I think that this wife that has been mentioned is more like a buffer. It's more like a beard. It's more like an excuse. I think it's a way to keep you at a distance. I think that he's using this as a way to keep you at arm's length right now. Um, so just kind of like ignore that part. I don't take that too seriously. I think it's more just him trying, and I think it adds to, because remember how we talked about earlier, we were like, oh, it's giving catfish, and it makes me feel like he's trying so hard to be someone that he's not. He's created this whole narrative for this person. This person has a wife, you know what I mean? So I feel like he's basically creating a character in a video game. He's creating a plot or a storyline for this other person that's not like him. um a lot of times people who do that will, they'll like make up this whole story. They're from a different state. They had a kid, and then they had issues, and the kid got taken away. Da da da. And they make up like this whole plot, and it's not. None of it is actually true. So it's like maybe he was using that as kind of a way to keep you at a distance, make you believe that he was someone else, and also um try to kind of like create a storyline that separates himself from this character, so to speak. So it's kind of weird. It is kind of weird. As far as how he's feeling about it in you, though, I am getting that he still says it's, I don't know what's to come. Um, but at least I didn't screw it up as me. At least I screwed it up as someone else. Did you have a follow up to that question? Oh, actually, oh, he said, wow, that's crazy. All right, so let's take a look. Let's see if he's completely like ended this communication from this number. Let's see. Okay, awesome. I'm glad to hear it. All right. Will he continue to contact from this number? Girl, I'm getting a yes. He will continue to contact from this number. He will still kind of play this other role that he has been playing. But I think the temptation is much too fierce. It's much too strong that he doesn't I think that he might put it out of his mind for a little while, but I think that he'll be back. I think he's just too curious. So I what I wanted to tell you was no. I wanted to tell you that was not the case because that's better for your connection. But something tells me the temptation is just going to be too strong. I'm confirming with the pendulum here. Hold on. All right, I am getting a yes with the pendulum. I also have the Four of Wands here, so that's making me feel like he's going to communicate with you very soon. Four of Wands can typically be between 4 days and 4 weeks. I know that sounds like a big gap, but I feel like he's going to be back in less than a month to communicate with you. And I feel like you're going to come back and be like, he did. I feel like it's going to be more on like the couple of days side of things if I were to make a guess. Let's see. Yeah, but they are coming through. He's coming through as the page. So it is telling me that he's still gonna try to play this act like this other person, like he has been doing. Do you have any follow up to that? Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think it's gonna be very long. The temptation's just too strong. Like, and not only that, but this other wife doesn't exist. This other person doesn't exist. So it's like, what's stopping him? You know what I mean? He may also have used that as a test for you. I'm kind of hearing like it's showing your maturity and your respect that you have, and it's showing like how good and genuine and sincere of a person you are to cut something like that off. It shows your faithfulness, and it shows your ability to separate yourself from someone else's situation and go, that's not okay. So you have a good moral compass. And I think maybe it wasn't necessarily a quote unquote test from him, but I do feel like it was, what am I trying to say? I do feel like it was something that he noticed or took notice of and didn't realize that he would get that kind of information about your moral character through that. Would he take it well if she called him out? I am getting a no. Five of Pentacles. He would probably stay his ground. I don't think that he's ready to come forward right now. I also have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I think that it's just gone on for far too long at this point. He's going to try to hold it down. Like I said, it was kind of cemented or confirmed for me. So I feel like he's just going to keep playing this path. And I don't think he's going to really backtrack from that at all. If it was the beginning, if only a couple things were said here and there, and you said, hey, like, I kind of have a feeling this is who it is, like, you know, is it you kind of thing, and maybe only a couple sentences have been said, but I think at this point it's too far gone, and I think more than anything it'll just be humiliation or embarrassment for him to come clean. Next up, we have Jessica for a boga. Or, I'm so sorry I said your name. Oh my god. Crow's Nest. Crow's Nest. I have you. Sorry about that. I don't mean to do that. You're welcome, Rising. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hi, Precious. Welcome in. All right, so this is for Crow's Next. Okay, good. I really hate doing that. I try to protect y'all's privacy as much as possible, but sometimes I'll like look at the donation and I'm sorry. So I'm glad to hear you're fine with that. All right, so shuffling for Crow's Nest here. Rising, have a great night. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for stopping by. What can she expect in love in the near future? What can she expect in love in the near future? Oh my god, I knew it. I knew it. I should have called it. I was seeing lots of wands in my mind's eye, and I was like, Four of Wands? I think it's Four of Wands. Especially because I saw the Justice card here, and for some reason I felt like true love or something really real. So then I saw like Four of Wands. But the only thing that was coming out was Two of Wands and Three of Wands. And then now finally Four of Wands is here. Yeah, very, very fiery. Oh, we also have the sun, Miss Leo. We also have the sun here. So who knows? I always give out the signs, like if someone asks or if I feel called to do it. I don't want you to hold on to this like so tightly with expectation, because we are all influenced by the signs. There's multiple signs in our charts. Just because I touch on something doesn't mean that's what it's going to be. It could just be an influence or a personality type. But I feel called to tell you right now, so I'm going to. So we have heavy Leo energy for sure. Maybe another Leo. Could also be Sag Aries, but Leo is really heavy. Also heavy Libra energy right now as well. Let's see. This next love feels more down to earth, more true, kind of like that true love energy. People always want to chase karmic and they want to chase twin flame and they want to chase like all this like really intense passionate love, but that usually it's not sustainable. People underestimate the power of a true love. I really feel like once you hit that true love energy that like really feels like a soulmate and they just know you down to your core, then you don't have to chase or fight for it. That's the sweet spot. People just they don't know. You won't know until you experience it. But when I tell you, the fact that just a true love alone can stabilize or attempt to stabilize your nervous system in a way that I can't even begin to express. You said, yay, let's go. So yes, I'm definitely getting true love for you, crow's nest in love. So we have the justice energies. This indicates this person to be very respectful to you, be very fair to you, honest with you, faithful to you. Justice also talks about marriage sometimes. It can touch on that. More non-traditional marriage. So hand fasting, getting married at a courthouse or by a commissioner, very small intimate weddings. Or maybe it could be a grand wedding, but it's just different than what other people want or perceive as a traditional wedding is what I'm getting. I've been finally getting myself out there and I've been doing online dating. That's so awesome. So I feel like this is leaning into marriage for you, honestly. The sun here also talks about you having children. We also have the 10 of cups here, which talks about children. Crow's nest. I'm going to be doing a live stream in the near future with my cousin. She also is a reader as well. I'm claircognizant and clairsentient, mostly some clairvoyance. She's clairvoyant. So we have like a really good mix and a good vibe. Our reading style is fairly similar. We're definitely from the same soul family and actual family, and we're doing fertility and love reading. So if you're there, you can participate in that. I definitely would encourage you to participate in the fertility side because I'm picking up on kids for you. Oh, you can't have kids? Wonder if would you be open to them coming over with children? Or this could be a blended family situation as well. How many kids? Oh, maybe that's why I'm picking up on 3. Okay, so this is what it is. It's a blended family, or maybe he's coming in with a child, and you guys are gonna like blend your families together. I'm definitely getting like father, stepfather vibes from him. Very interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Getting lots of kids for sure. I see marriage with 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups, and Justice, by the way. So I hope you're open to getting remarried because that's what I'm getting for you. It's just a very, very heavy marriage. I don't necessarily feel that for everyone all the time, and I'm definitely picking up on that here. Okay, good. Okay, I'm just getting it. So 10 of Cups talks about you feel like you found your perfect match. I mean, as perfect as it can be, obviously, you can't have like a perfect match, but the adjustment period's great. You guys kind of just like fall into one another's life very seamlessly, not a ton of complication. And I see here, like, this is your long-term person. This is your person that you have till the end. I see a lot of people too being very happy for you. So you got a lot of people just so excited and in your corner and just so happy for the relationship. This also indicates that the people that are important to you love this person. They really adore this person and really feel like you finally found your partner. And I'm also getting that they feel the same about you. So like his loved ones also love you. So I definitely feel a lot of like familial like family celebrations and coming together and people just really celebrating your love and wanting you guys to be extremely happy. So really quickly, I'm getting Aries, Leo, Sag again because I have the King of Wands. I also feel like this person coming in is just ready to be a husband. They're just kind of over the BS dating world, and I think that they're looking a lot of what you're looking for. And the very last card here is death. So this could be kind of like a nod to till death do us part. This could also indicate that this is a life-changing relationship, and it could also indicate that you guys are there, you know, in a relationship until the very end of your life. So that is very, very sweet. What is your next question that I can answer for you? You worry about in-laws? Yeah. Yeah. You know what's crazy is that I did my fair share of dating before I got married, before I entered in this relationship, I should say. And none of their family, I mean, they ranged from really nice to psychotic, but I never really felt like this was my vibe. Like this was my future in-laws. I never really got that feeling. Something just felt off. If you're a very intuitive person, you know what I mean. If something doesn't feel right, you can't really shake that feeling. I married into the literal best family that I could have ever married into. Um Incredible. And I completely understand what you mean about like worrying about in-laws. And I feel like both families are celebrating you guys. Both families love you guys so much and are just so happy you found each other. I don't know his sign or if he has kids, but I'm curious if it's worth putting time into because something seems amiss. Not necessarily bad, but I can't put my finger on it. Where will things go with Thomas from the dating app? Okay. Well, the first thing I'm going to say is trust your gut. I always do that or say that. And I feel like some people just kind of underestimate the power of your gut and what your intuition is telling you. Your brain can lie to you, but your body can't. So if you're starting to get these, I can't put my finger on it, but something seems off kind of vibe, definitely make sure that you're paying attention to that because it's there for a reason and it's only going to get louder over time. I am, but my gut right now is not saying bad. You know what? Sometimes people just aren't for us. Sometimes you can have the best connection with someone, but something is off, something's not there, and that's okay. But the reason you have that feeling doesn't necessarily mean this person is a bad person for you, but it just means that maybe it's not for you, and that's okay. But let's look into it. Oh, Amy. Yeah, it does sound sweet. It is sweet. Ah, I got you. Okay. Where will things go with Thomas from the dating app? Where will they? Oh my God! The first card out, Crow's Nest, is the Seven of Swords. If you're familiar with tarot, you know this is kind of the card you don't really want to see when you feel like someone's hiding something from you, because that's literally what that card means. Seven of Swords talks about like someone's not being honest with you. It can talk about risky behavior, um, hiding secrets, trickery, deception, that kind of vibe. Um, They're saying to make a break for it, Crow's Nest. I think they're saying cut this connection off. Let's see. Where will things go if she stays in this connection? Where will things go if she stays in this connection? I fucking knew it. I asked where will things go if you stay in this connection, and I got the world. Things are going to come to an end with this person regardless. So it's kind of like, do you want to waste any more of your time? Because it's eventually going to come to an end. I'm actually curious what he's hiding, so I don't normally do this, but I want to look into it. Yeah, they're saying that you can keep talking to this person, but it's not going to go anywhere. The very next card is the world, meaning that this can only go but so far with this person. All right, what is he hiding? What is he hiding? What is he hiding? All right, so we have like single independent energy with heartbreak. And then we also have the romance card, the knight in shining armor, someone who has a lot of charm or charisma. What is he hiding? Four Pentacles. I'm touching on something to do with relationships and money. So I feel like he is the type of person that really knows how to talk themselves up and make their life look really good from the outside, but it's not necessarily as good as he says it is. I think that he might have a tendency to be I feel like saying pathological liar is a little bit harsh, especially because I don't know this person, but that is the term I'm hearing right now, so I'm just going to go with it. I feel like sometimes people just say things that aren't actually real. And it seems like he's kind of making his life seem better than what it actually is. So let me keep going. Let me see if I can get any more details. What is he hiding from Crow's Nest? Has he told you if he's been married before? There is some type of deep pain that he has experienced from a relationship before this that he might be carrying into future relationships as well. And maybe he doesn't know how to handle it. They're talking about like deep pain, like maybe he became single before he was actually ready. I have the Four of Wands and the Death card. I don't know if he's ever been married before. But this could indicate like he lost someone that he was married to, like he's a widow and he hasn't actually communicated that out loud, or this could indicate that he thought he was going to marry someone and or spend the rest of his life with someone and it ended very abruptly and he wasn't expecting it, but he's bringing trauma into his next connections. It's definitely clear about that. I asked him when the last time he was in a relationship. He said a while. When I asked how long a while is, he said, I don't know, I lost track. That's not the vibe. That's not the vibe. What is he hiding? What is he hiding? I don't really feel like he knows how to trust people. I think that he's been screwed over. God, the Seven of Swords is coming out again. This is so crazy. I have the Queen of Swords that he suffered a loss or hardship. I don't think, I'm going to be completely honest, Crow's Nest, I don't think that he has done the work to make himself ready for what's next. He's jaded. I think he's making his life try to look better or sound better than it actually is. I think that if you went on a date with this person, you would very quickly find out that this is not, he's not on your level right now. He's not coming into this relationship where you're at. He's not and I also feel like he's trying to come across a little bit Why is the word lethargic coming through? Like very nonchalant, like very apathetic, like I don't really care, take me or leave me kind of vibes. I don't want him to carry his issues into the relationship with you. He needs to heal from this stuff. I also feel like you're not going to get as much um interest from him as you're looking for, or as much attention as you deserve from this person. I also don't feel like you can trust everything that he's saying. There is absolutely no, like, why is he lying? I don't know. I lost track. Clearly, there's something he doesn't want to tell you about that. Everyone knows when they've been in a relationship. Everyone knows when the relationship starts and when the relationship ends. Do I think you know the exact day, hour, second? No, not necessarily. But I do think that you have a general idea. And I feel like, why aren't you telling me? Why aren't you telling what is so bad that you don't want me to know, that you can't give me a straightforward answer? So this is the issue with that. Now, he is hiding something. The main thing has to do with money in relationships. And again, the Seven of Swords came out with the Eight of Cups, and I feel like that's spirit saying just walk away from the situation. So you do what you will with that information, but it just doesn't seem very trustworthy, and it doesn't seem like he's going to be able to meet you where you're at. And I would just advise kind of cutting your losses a little bit there. Yeah. Woo. Okay, Crow's Nest. So that is what I've got for you, girl. Thank you for stopping by. Let me pull up on the next person that we've got here. Oh, we did get another donation. Who was that? You're welcome, Crow's Nest. Thank you so much for stopping by. Happy Mother's Day to you as well, and to your babies. So we got a donation while I was doing Crow's Nest reading. Let me know if that's you so I can add you to the list. Was the music on in the background? Oh, what is the music? Okay, so I use a streaming service called StreamYard.com, and that is how I stream my YouTube, like picture, music, banners, all of that stuff. I have a subscription with them, and they have copyright-free music on the software. So it's like the background music, and this one in particular is called Into Space, but I think it's just like a generic royalty-free sound that they let me use in the background. All right, I'm updating the donation list now. I do have an unclaimed donation from Cash App, so if you donated, please let me know. All right, next up we have Amy. Amy, if you're here, check in with me. I believe you're around somewhere. Perfect. All right, Amy, let's see. So I've got you down for a mini reading and a yes/no reading. And we're doing the yes/no first. Is that correct? Okay. Yes/no. So I left my shampoo back at Eli's home. His mom dropped my thing off. I left there after his passing. I noticed the shampoo amount was a little down. Oh man. You know it. You know it. I feel like I've actually told you that before. That's funny. All right, let's confirm. All right, Eli, let us know. Yes or no, please. Did you ever use Amy's shampoo? Did you ever use Amy's shampoo? Oh my god. He's saying yes. He's saying I only did it. I only did it because I didn't have anything else at the time. I wasn't being weird or I wasn't being a creeper, but it smells really good. That's kind of like the message that I'm getting. I have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and I have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands is like kind of when your back's up against a wall and you feel like you have no other choice, and you're kind of like in a pinch or a bind kind of vibe. So like that's what it feels like to me. Is he's like, I did it, but it was only because I didn't have my stuff or I ran out or whatever. I see he's like, I wasn't being weird. Leandra, hello, hello. I have you here as an unclaimed reading, so let me go ahead and add you to the list. That way you can see where you're at. Thank you so much for your donation. All right, so everyone can see in the chat, I just posted the order, the donation list order. No one right now on the list has paid to skip. I already took care of those. So unless someone pays to skip, this is the order that you guys should stay in, okay? So I don't know if I told you, I take a shower. Oh, talked in the shower for almost 2 hours. What was going through his mind? Okay, let's take a look here. One second, Amy. I'm trying to see where I'm at with donations to see if I should keep the list open or... Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the list open for a little while. We'll keep the list open for a bit longer. Okay, what was going through... Okay, I'm reading your comments now. What was going through his mind? What's going through his mind? So I have the Ten of Wands. So the first thing I heard when I was shuffling is he was saying this is a very special, intimate moment for me. This is a very vulnerable moment for me as well. So he's saying special and intimate because it was with you, and just the nature of the conversation and what you guys were doing was just very intimate and special to him. Is like something that he cherishes, I would say. I also feel like he's saying this was very vulnerable for me in multiple ways. Maybe just the nature of where you guys were at the time of the conversation, what you guys were doing. But also I see here with the Ten of Wands is like, this came out twice, by the way, Amy. I thought that it was a miss shuffle and the Ten of Wands came out, so I shuffled again and the Ten of Wands came out again. So I know for a fact this is the card that needs to be talked about. He's saying he felt like a weight on his shoulders. He felt like he has a responsibility or a duty or obligation that he's saddled with. and he says that it's creating some type of restriction or burnout for him. Sometimes he felt like he was taken for granted, and or taking on too much, and he felt like this delayed the things that he wanted to happen, because of this responsibility that he felt overburdened with. This was causing a lot of stress for him and problems for him as well. So that's the first message that I feel like needs to be talked about, because he needs you to know, like you said, what was going on in my mind. I also saw at the bottom of the deck the Ace of Cups. So this does talk about the nature of the conversation with like a lot of water, maybe even water like puddling up or something. There might have actually been tears as well, and maybe in the shower it was more comfortable for him to have this conversation, because of all of the water around. Maybe it was easy for him to feel like he could break down or cry or say something that maybe made him bring a tear to his eye. Maybe he thought it would be less noticeable, with all of the water around. What was going through his mind? What was going through his mind? It's interesting, Amy, because this typically, I think, when you're in the shower with someone, it can be very just natural. And I feel like that's what's coming through. He's saying it just felt very natural, felt very relaxed, very easy. And he's highlighting the fact that this was not, it might have been sexual before, maybe. I'm not going to try to pry into your personal details, but he's saying that at this moment, it wasn't about that. In this moment, it was more sweet and nice and special, and it just felt natural. It wasn't like this thing that I was like overly sexualizing or anything like that. Mature, we're still working through the list. I have not gotten to you, but as long as someone doesn't pay to skip, you will be next. So you might want to stick around so that I can get your question answered, or you can leave your question with me right now. And when I get to you, I can timestamp your reading. So yeah, Amy, he's saying that maybe like other times this, that would have been of interest to me, but this time this was not about that. This was not, it was just about connecting. It was just about getting to know one another on a deeper level. And I think he's just saying, I just felt very compelled to open up to her, very compelled to talk to her. And it made me feel really good because I felt closer to her in that moment. I just keep hearing over and over and over, it's something that was special to me. It's something that I cherish. And I also feel like he's never had a moment like that with someone before either. This is not, he's also saying too, this is not typical of me either. I think he wants you to know this was very out of character for him to do something like this. He's like, this isn't what I do with anyone, This was something different, and it's just something that I needed in that moment, and I hope that she also felt closer to me in that moment as well. But he very much cherished it. I think he kind of felt like you were like an angel to him during that time. And not just specifically in the shower, but just like during that weekend, maybe. He felt like you were just like this gift that was given to him during a time where he felt like he really needed something to like latch on to and be excited about. Of course. I hear him saying, of course, Amy. I don't know why I'm tapping into now your physical self. I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm doing mediumship right now. This is kind of crazy. But I feel like he's saying, of course, Amy, I thought you looked beautiful. Like, enough of that. I'm just trying to tell you that, that this was a special moment to me. You don't have to make it like that kind of thing. He's getting like it's like a laughing moment, but he's saying like, of course, Amy, I thought you look good. Of course, I thought you look good. But yeah, that's what I've got for you, Amy. Let me know if you have any questions about it. He was telling you family lore. It's really nice because he's told me he had a shower with his past. Oh wait, hold on. It was really nice because I know he's told me he's had a shower with past people before. No, that's exactly what I'm trying to confirm to you. Is that is not something that he typically would do. Just to I think he's saying that's the first time I've done that. Just sit there and have a conversation like that. Because at one point I was going to say showers were just for him. They were his me time, but I stopped myself. I felt spirit hold me back and say, don't say that because that's not true. But I think this particular situation that happened, I think that this was special because this was isolated. This was not something he typically does with other people. Yeah, I'm glad because of March Open he was being done. Oh my god, Amy. Was he trying to get canceled? That's all I can hear in my head. Are you trying to get canceled right now? Amy, he said these things, but he really loved your body. So don't even question about it at all. More cushion for the pushing. Don't you worry. You're welcome, Amy. Thank you for the donation. All right, guys, we're moving on to mature. I have mature down for a yes no question. So, mature, let me know what you would like to ask, please. All right, let's take a look here. Is Antonio happy without me? Oh, that question kind of breaks my heart a little bit. All right, let's see. Have a good night, Amy. Make sure you send me a picture of your hair. All right, is Antonio unhappy without mature? Is Antonio unhappy without mature? So mature, he's not outright unhappy. I think that he's okay with the decision that he made, but there are times where he wonders if he made a mistake. So I think there are bulks of his time right now where he's fine. He does okay. He's all right. I don't think he's hurting the way that you're hurting. But I do think that there is this part of him, and it's not a small part, that does miss you. I have the 3 of Cups here, so that indicates to me that you still fill his mind. You know, he still thinks about you. He still thinks about what he did. I think he wonders if you hate him. He wonders what you think of him. And I think that this does make him feel torn from time to time. I think stating that he is unhappy without you, period, is a little bit too black and white. I think it's a very mixed emotions. And I think there are times, even now, where he wonders if he should have done something differently or if he made a mistake. And I do feel that there's a lot of times where I think there's periods. I think there's periods of unhappiness, but it's more like guilt, regret, questioning, doubt. And it's those times when he's kind of missing what you guys had together and wondering if he did the right thing. That's those moments I would say he's not doing his best. You're welcome, Mature. IJ, yes, absolutely. You can always, this is just like a general statement for anyone. You can always add to your reading before or during your turn. You can adjust things, like if you donated for something, change your mind and want to add to it to change it to something else, you can definitely do that. You can restructure your donation. And then also, I will add up to 3 questions per turn. So, say you donated for 1 question, but that question gave you 2 more questions you'd like to ask. I do 3 readings, up to 3 readings per turn, and then you don't have to wait in line again. So as long as I get the donation before or during your reading, then I will just take care of you all in one fell swoop and you can be on your way. If you donate for a lot, there have been people who donate for like 4, 5, 6 questions. Unfortunately, at that time, I would have to put you back in rotation just to be fair to everyone else that's waiting. But IJ, that's absolutely acceptable. That's totally cool with me to do that. All right, so next up, I have Virgo. Okay, IJ, that sounds perfect. Mature, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for stopping by. All right, I have Virgo up next. And you want a 10-card spread. I'm trying to like the donation for Virgo to let her know we're about to get started on her reading. So hopefully she can stop in. So while we wait for Virgo, I'm gonna take a very, very, very quick break. Running to the restroom real quick. And then we're gonna pick back up with Virgo. I'm just gonna give Virgo another minute or so to check in with me. Okay, I am back. I don't see Virgo, but I have a question. 10 card spread. Isaac's true feelings. Okay. So, Virgo, this is what I'm going to do. I know you love the love spread, but I do feel like the love spread looks at your feelings and his feelings and a mix of this and that. So considering you want true feelings, I'd really like to hone in and focus on him specifically to pull information. And because it doesn't specifically say love spread, I just hope that's okay with you and this is what you were asking for. So I am going to go ahead and just do, oh, hey girl, hey. I'm going to go ahead and just pull 10 cards on him as long as that's okay with you. I was saying I wanted to make sure that by not doing a love spread, that would be okay with you because I wanted to focus specifically on him, and the love spreads can pick up on both of your energies. So if I just pull 10 cards on him specifically, that is what I think is really going to give us a clear answer, and we're not going to get mixed in with like both of you guys. It's just going to be his side of things and his alone. After Virgo, I have IJ, then James, then Leandra. As long as no one pays to skip, that should be the order that remains. In order to skip, it's $5 to do so, and it bumps you to the top of the list. All right, this is for Virgo and her man. Virgo and her man. I don't know if you could hear me, Virgo, but I'm shuffling. Well, I'm pulling actually. I'm pulling cards right now, but I'm just trying to tap into this energy. So Virgo, I feel like he's looking at you as someone who's very well matched for him. You are coming through as the queen, he's the king of swords. Um, I feel like there was a lot of smooth sailing like in the beginning, and I feel like he saw you or sees you as some, well, I would say sees you. as this person who um, just felt like such a light in his life for him. Because I have the Judgment card and the Two of Cups. So Judgment talks about how maybe after all of the shit you've been through and all the shit he's been through, it's like finally, like I feel like I'm meeting my match, I'm meeting my person. After everything that I've been through, like it's here for me, like it's my turn. I keep getting that for. I think that's not the first time I've said that about him. I do feel like there's some turbulence. Um, and I don't think it has to do with you specifically, but I do feel like things are not 100%. And I don't feel like that's because of you, to be honest. I feel like it's more so because of him. And I feel like he started off in this connection feeling so hopeful, so excited, so on board with you, so on the same page as you. And maybe he feels like he messed up. Maybe he feels like well, okay, so it's like something again, SB or Virgo, whatever, sorry. I don't feel like it's you. I have to be so serious about that because I don't think this is anything that you did. I think he might be internalizing guilt or something. I feel like and it's affecting his demeanor. It's affecting his character, his behavior. Maybe it's this feeling of being ashamed, maybe it's guilt. Um and it's just like suddenly this kind of took a turn and I'm just like what is happening? What is going on? And I have to be like so honest that this is nothing you did, nothing your trajectory is just fine. You're just along the way, along for the ride. And I feel like it's like, did he get in his head? Did he feel like he screwed up? Is he gauging your energy and like interpreting that as something negative, like, and he's like, I screwed this up, oh my god, and he's like being really hard on himself. Like I just feel like something has shifted and it's like all it was just bright sunny skies and all of a sudden this unexpected rainstorm. Like I don't know how else to explain it. And maybe he met someone else. I definitely do not see third party here, but let me pull cards for that and see. The only thing that I could think of if it was another person, which I'll look into it for you, but I do have the restriction, Two of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles here, where he feels like he's juggling more than one thing. And the Three of Pentacles can indicate third party energy, but usually it talks about friendship or something else interfering, not romantic. Yes, Virgo, absolutely, you can add. Virgo, so I'm assuming that he has a past. What what was his most recent relationship like? Have you guys talked about that? 2 years. You know what this energy feels like? It feels reminiscent. It feels familiar. It feels like, yeah, that's what I was going to say. It feels like someone came back around and kind of fucked his head up a little bit. Or, remember how I said it's familiar, reminiscent? So that could be one of the ways. Or whatever has happened between you guys just felt reminiscent or familiar of something that happened to him in the past, and that kind of put him in a funk or made him a little bit confused. So there's a trigger here. That's what I feel. There's a trigger. But the first thing, the main one, because it could be a either or, I was wondering if it's possible that she came back around, because I'm trying to understand how he saw you so clearly, and I'm shuffling for you right now. I'm trying to understand how he saw you so clearly and was so hopeful for this connection. And then what is so powerful? What is so powerful that could have come in and kind of like made things take a turn? The only thing I can think of is something reminiscent and familiar that could potentially trump the connection that you guys were forming. That would indicate to me a long-standing relationship, because history usually wins. So it's some kind of trigger that has come through, and it might even be a person. So I'm going to look into this for you. All right, has an ex come back? Well, actually, let's see. First of all, do they still keep in touch? Do they still keep in touch? Him and this ex. Do they still keep in touch? Has she come back around? Yeah. Virgo, I think that might have been what happened. So I asked if they still keep in touch, and I got a King of Cups. So I feel like there's still an emotional connection here. And it is something that they keep in touch with. But I think that he's honest with you when he says he's been single for 2 years. I believe him. I also believe he's a really good person. But I also feel like he is a human being, and he can fall weak to something familiar. Like I said, history trumps new most of the time, because you have established feelings there, nostalgia there. And even though you can see something very clear with someone else, if you haven't fully gotten that person out of your system, it's not as easy. And the thing is that I think he's kind of at a crossroads right now, where he's like, do I try for something new that I know has a much better chance of a positive outcome, especially because I connect with her in such a great way? Or am I going to fall weak to something that didn't work out before, but still not have closure on? So it's pivotal that he makes this choice and he figures it out. But I do feel like she came back around. I have the Hierophant and the Seven of Swords. So this indicates to me that he's contemplating this because they have a history. They have a shared connection. Hierophant talks about how you identify with someone, or traditions that you guys have created, history you've established, like common ground, that kind of vibe. And the Seven of Swords indicates that it's something he's not telling you. Now, if you guys aren't established in a relationship, he may not necessarily feel like he's doing something wrong, but I do feel, Virgo, that he feels that he's betraying himself here. I think that by even entertaining this other person, he feels like he's betraying himself, and it's not sitting right with him. It's not a matter of offending you or betraying you. I think that he knows deep down this isn't going to work with this other person, and he really needs to give you a chance. And if he doesn't, he's going to regret it. So I think that he's kind of here a little bit torn. There is definitely something that has come through and triggered this connection. Now, I will give you a little bit of positive information and let you know that they don't always pick the person from the past, okay? They don't always do that. I didn't. I had a new relationship that I was forming. I was only maybe 2 months into this. We've gone on a couple dates, and I had this past person that I had a long standing history with come back into my life. We had known each other for many years. He was someone I never really felt like I got closure on. I definitely loved him. I definitely felt a connection to him. And I was kind of at a crossroads myself. Do I go back to this thing that's familiar to me, or do I try this something new? And my gut was telling me, don't go back, because you know how that story ends. Try for this something new that you've been asking for. Try for this something new. And what do you know? 8 years later, I'm married to that person. And I am so grateful that I listened to my gut and did not go back to see the same story be told over and over and over again. So I feel like that is where he's at. And it doesn't mean that he's going to go back to that. But it could be a very powerful influence over him right now. And that could be why you're seeing a change in his demeanor. So just let him make that decision. But it doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to go with you. It doesn't mean that he's not going to choose you. I didn't go back. I went forward. He said, right, and honesty is so important to me because the sneaky stuff triggers me. For sure, absolutely. And when I say sneaky, I don't mean he's being calculated. I don't feel like he's trying to do it intentionally to hurt you. I think that he is just trying to figure out with himself first what he's feeling before he presents it to you, because I don't think he wants to add to the confusion. And I also think that he doesn't want to like risk losing you either if he's not sure. But this could definitely be an explanation as to why things felt like they were on like the up and up, and then suddenly things are kind of falling flat for you. I think whatever you choose to do with this information's your choice. I would agree that he still feels like you guys are a good match, and I would also agree that he sees you as offering him a life in a relationship that he's been looking for. You have a lot going for you, and I don't think that he's taking that for granted. Right, that's the thing. I feel he was feeling a little guilty too, because before he left, I can tell he felt bad. Yeah. And you're right. Well, I was picking up on that earlier about the guilt thing, and I thought it was about something else, but lo and behold, it might be about this too. So, I definitely feel like he's a good person, and I think just hold on to that. And I think let him sort it out, let him figure it out, because everything that he's told you is true. So far, he hasn't done anything wrong. But I do feel like he needs to be upfront with you and kind of tell you, what's going on there. So let's shuffle for your next reading. You said a mini for his actions and message cards. Okay. Hey, can you call me? Are you mad at me? I miss you. Yeah, so just know that like something definitely triggered him, and that is essentially why he started acting a little funny. I do feel like they still keep in touch, and I think that it's a great chance that she kind of came back around again. But again, remember the other indication was just something reminiscent and familiar. So something could have happened to him that felt like a trigger to him, even if it wasn't actually her coming back around. It could have just been something happened that reminded him of that time and just kind of made him get into his feelings a little bit. He could have spiraled. It could have caused like a weird funk in him that was coming across to you as maybe disinterest or confusion. Sometimes we can kind of get in our head a lot of the time, so it makes us come across weird when that happens. Yeah, you're so welcome. All right, so to finish out your reading, what are his next actions towards Virgo? What are the next actions towards Virgo? I think honestly, Virgo, I think he's going to come out of this weirdness. I think he's going to try to make things right with you. I have the Page of Swords. He's definitely not ready for this relationship to be over. He's not ready to cut this thing off that you guys have started. So I feel like he's feeling pretty attached to you at this point, and I feel like he's going to come through with a lot of attentiveness and um, maybe watchfulness, carefulness with you, because I think he wants to make sure that you know that he is still here for you. Like he's still riding for you. Okay. I think that he's again, like you had said, like he's double checking. He's like, are you okay? Are you mad at me? Is everything all right? That attentiveness will still continue for him, because I think he wants to make sure he's just going to be hyper vigilant. I think he's just going to be hyper aware of any shift in your energy, how you're acting towards him, how you're acting with him, because I don't think he wants to lose you. That's like the biggest takeaway here, is that he's not ready to walk away from this, and he's just kind of here like going, what do I do? What do I do? Because I really like this girl. And I feel like here with the Six of Wands, he's saying like um I recognize her, like I feel good around her. I see her for who she is. I really like her. I'm appreciative of her, and I feel appreciated by her, and I don't want to make her feel like she's waiting around for me to make a decision. So he's just going to be very, I don't know, he might even be like grand gestury too. Like he might try to do things to make you feel like he cares about you, because he does. And he wants to make sure that you know that he's still here. He's still around. I think the main thing he doesn't want you necessarily questioning his feelings for you throughout this process, because a lot of times people think that you can't want to start something new and also still have unresolved feelings for someone else. The two are not mutually exclusive. Like you can be both, or have both, or experience both at the same time. It's not necessarily one or the other. They don't like necessarily need to be something that's, it's complicated. Human feelings are complicated. So I feel like for him, he wants you to know that, hey, maybe in the background I've got some things and I'm confused and I'm feeling some type of way, but you matter to me. You matter to me, and I want you to know, and I'm not ready to lose that yet. Do you get what I mean? That attentiveness, I feel, is what I'm picking up on. He's highly alert. Page of Wands, Page of Swords is just this energy of like, what can I do? How can I prove to you that you matter to me? So yeah, there's that. Virgo, if there was any question about that, or things you need clarification on, let me know. But I am going to shuffle for your messages, okay? I have so many text messages going on right now, like 21 unread messages. This is crazy. I don't know what's happening. All right, messages from him for her, please. Messages from him for her. IJ, if you would like to post your question, you can do that now if you like. You can post one or both. It's up to you. All right, I got your first question. So, Virgo, you said thanks for being thorough, no questions. You're welcome. So he's saying, I have never felt a passion this intense. He's saying we have a lot of chemistry. I still feel that. I think he's coming through with like this feeling of absence is making the heart grow fonder. I think he's realizing how much he actually misses you, misses talking to you. And he's saying I feel like a part of me is missing without you. And he's coming through with soul contract saying I'm learning lessons through our connection. I feel like he's coming through saying you're helping me heal with damage in reverse. So he's saying you're helping me to heal. Or maybe you're helping me to understand what I want or what I need. Oh, you know what? I'm actually hearing too, you're helping me be strong. Because I think that if he didn't have you, this other thing that's triggering him to cause him to kind of spiral out a little bit, I think that he would be weak to that. But because he has you and he's not ready to let this go, it's helping him have strength to turn something away that otherwise he might fall into the trap of that. He's saying, I have not given up on us yet. You need to be aware of that. He's saying, I want to fix our connection and I should try to find a way to express myself better to you. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have, I'm ready for a new chapter. So I think just kind of like let him go through these emotions, let him navigate through whatever is happening with him right now will be a bigger payoff for you down the road. Infinity, thank you so much. All right, let me add Infinity to the list. If anybody doesn't want to wait anymore, you're more than welcome to pay to skip. It's $5 to do so, and it bumps you to the top of the list. So Virgo, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for your donations and support tonight. Happy Mother's Day. We're shuffling for IJ now. I'm really keeping track, everyone, of like how quickly I'm getting through these donations. If there was like any pay to skips or anything like that, that might push your time back some, but I have been setting a timer over here that I'm answering questions thoroughly, but I'm not going over, if that makes sense, because I'm trying to be very mindful of everyone that's waiting their turn right now. We did have a lot of donations come in at once. 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. We had 14 donations come through within a matter of 15 minutes at the beginning of the live stream. So that could be why people might feel like they're waiting a little longer than usual, but I am trying to get through these as quickly as possible. All right, IJ. What are NF's current thoughts about this connection? So I kind of feel IJ right now, I'm hearing like regroup or restructure. There's something going on mentally with NF where they're trying to process their feelings about this so that way they can express themselves better to you or have a plan or a solution for when you guys communicate again next time. Or I feel like they're just gathering their thoughts. I feel like this is almost like biding my time, waiting for the right moment, trying to figure out what it is that I want or that I need. Sometimes the Four of Swords can indicate taking a break or a pause or feeling, and it's not a long one. It's not a long pause either. It's just kind of like taking a beat, taking a moment, putting something on the back burner until I can process this for myself. So the Justice card talks about needing to understand what the truth is, wanting to know what the truth is, wanting to say the truth. The Justice card is balancing the scales. So if, I'm also hearing kind of like karma. So if, IJ, if you feel like you've been putting a lot towards this connection, not really getting much back, NF is taking notice of that and saying, I need to find a way to make this better between us and balance the scales. If NF has been with the one putting a lot of effort into this connection, then maybe they're waiting for you to come and balance the scales. But I'm definitely getting like what goes around comes around. What I have been given, I need to balance and make sure that I'm giving that back. Justice also is like a time where NF might be thinking about what's been fair, and how to show up respectful of you or considerate of you, or what's fair to you, also what's fair and considerate to themselves. So there could be some kind of like internal negotiations going on right now in regards to that. Justice is very much like law and order, cause and effect, like just trying to make things even, trying to make things fair. Hey Fiza, we're actually not doing the 25 like giveaway tonight. Earlier today, we did a giveaway for Mother's Day that took the place of the 25 likes. So I know she's dealing with a lot, and I'm not mad. I've been putting effort into communication. Yeah, because I am seeing her kind of like taking a break at the moment. I do want to reiterate that this is not a long break. This doesn't feel like something that's going to be going on for much longer, or it's not going to be a long time. So if you guys have been, I guess time is relative, but if you feel like it's been a longer break than what you would have expected, it's probably going to be over soon. Or if you guys have recently talked, this could just be her kind of wanting to put things on the back burner for now until she can come back around to it. That's so good. That's so good, IJ. I love that for you. I really do. And I love too seeing guys in my chat, because a lot of the times, I feel like we always, I don't know. I don't want to generalize, but sometimes it's like always like guys are the problem, blah, blah, blah. But it's not. That's not the case. Sometimes it is the women. We all have problems. We all have issues. We all need to go to therapy. And I just really love seeing a masculine presence in my live stream, because it makes me realize that we're all starting to become much more consciously aware. And it's a good feeling. I like seeing that. It's a good movement. But I'm happy to hear that, IJ. I love that you have patience with her. I will say that right now she's not necessarily ready to make any decisions on anything just yet. I have her here with the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is in between the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So it's kind of like, do I keep reserving my energy? I feel like this is NF's conversation. Do I keep reserving my energy? Do I keep like taking more time for myself and kind of spending time on my own? Or do I try to put myself out there? Do I just go ahead and just bite the bullet and say, this is what it is? And I feel like NF is not really ready to make any decisions at this time. I feel like NF still feels the need to have more time, maybe alone, to process, to figure out what's going on. And there is this feeling, or I suppose this undertone with the Seven of Swords of like, I don't want IJ to think I'm doing something wrong. And so I don't know if you've told NF that you're not taking anything personally and you're just being patient. But there is this like curiosity in NF's mind if NF is being judged by you. Not necessarily in a bad way, but kind of like, is IJ running out of patience with me? Is IJ like gonna get over this and just walk away kind of thing? I know this is a slow and steady burn, and I'm never demanding of her. I love that. And maybe you've told her that too. Maybe you've told her that you're patient, but I do feel like there's this like maybe guilty conscience on her side of things that's making her feel, I don't know, maybe she's judging herself. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's more of a judgment of herself rather than a worry of your judgment. Basically the theme of this reading that's important for you to know is while she's not ready to make decisions and she's not ready to take action, instead of feeling restricted by what's going on right now, instead of just saying being okay, and yeah, that's good, thank you, Spirit, instead of playing the victim of like my issues or what's happening right now, she's more going, okay, how do I think of solutions? So instead of more of like succumbing to the conditions, she's thinking of solutions. And so that's like the overall theme that's important for you to know is while she's not ready to make a decision or take action, she's more in a solution-based mindset at this time. She's kind of mulling things over, if you will. So I think that says progress, and I think that's important for you to know. But do you have any questions about this specifically before we move on to your next question? Yes, the free yes list, or sorry, free yes no is closed. I put in the title of this video when I'm closing out the free list. I've been doing that for like the last week because I get a lot of people coming in here last minute. So if you know that I'm on the East Coast, all you have to do is look at what time, and then you can figure out the time difference from where you are. And then you'll know how long I'm doing. You can even, if you have an iPhone too, you can even put that on a clock for the time zone for the East Coast. You could do like New York or something, New York time, and then you'll be able to see, you can compare. But I always put what time I'm doing free readings until. Okay, so that's great, IJ. Moving on to your next reading. Ooh, I like that question. All right, let's take a look here. has NF gotten any readings on IJ lately? NF gotten any readings on IJ lately? All right, so I am getting near future. So there is a reader in particular. I don't know if it's like on TikTok or whatever, but I'm getting that she's getting herself familiar or acquainted with the reader, but she's very tempted to get a reading on you. I don't think it's happened yet, but I do feel like she's following those videos, like it's like a reel or short or TikTok or whatever, where it's basically like using your intuition. Pick a card, one, two, or three. This is what this person's thinking right now, that kind of thing. So it's like a lot of intuitive videos, but I think it's like introducing her into maybe what, because you can discover readers all the time on whatever platform you're looking at. So I feel like she's done a lot of those like pre-made videos, or this is a message from your person that you need to hear right now. She's taking some of those into consideration. I don't think she's actually paid for one yet, but I do feel like there is a reader that she's building trust up with, that she's been watching for a while, that she will be getting a reading on. I'm hearing near future, between 2 days to 2 weeks from now. The Two of Wands always talks about like a near future situation. So that's what I'm getting. I don't think it's happened yet, but I do feel like she's, whenever you find someone new, unless it's a recommendation, typically you kind of want to get multiple exposures. You want to see how they answer questions, what their tone is, what their rhythm is. Like, you kind of want to get a feel for someone and get familiar with them to establish that kind of trust. But I'm hearing like affordability too is a factor. I don't think she wants to just blow like $50 on a reading. I think she wants to kind of dip her toes in the water with this person first. So maybe like a live stream like I'm doing now rather than a private reading. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's a reader that she's building or establishing a connection with right now. That she's building up the nerve to get one on you soon. All right, next up we have James. IJ, hopefully that answered your questions in full. Thank you so much for your patience as well today. Happy Mother's Day to the ladies in your life. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I know in particular, IJ, you were one of the ones that had to wait a while, so I just thank you for your patience tonight. I believe James said he wanted me to timestamp his reading, but in the off chance that he might be here, I want to give him a chance to check in. We're going to leave the donation list open for a little while longer. I wanted a mini spread on Jonathan the Capricorn and me if James doesn't come in. So, Leandra, James left his questions with me, so I will be doing his reading regardless of whether or not he's here. But I will hold on to your question though, and I'll pop it back on the screen when it's your turn. Now, Leandra, for the one that you donated for, did you want option 1 or 2? Do you have a preference on option 1 or 2? Okay, I got you, Leandra. You got it. All right, this is love option 2 for James. Is she giving this connection thoughts, intentions? Are there any influences or there's the overall energy? So, James, something is making me feel like she's getting a little bit behind in life right now. So, I feel like there could be this level of feeling a lot of responsibility, this sense of needing to catch up or something along those lines. I feel overall your energy is great for the reading. I have the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So this is like a very aligned, harmonious, grounded connection that you guys have at this time. But I do feel like maybe she's not able to give to you as much. There's like this sense of urgency, not necessarily panic, but it does feel like she's trying to catch up on something, or she's trying to kind of get maybe back in the rhythm of a situation, or maybe she feels like she's falling behind. But there's like this feeling of just a little bit of overwhelm at this time that could cause interference with the connection and how often you guys are talking or seeing each other at this time. It could also indicate that if you're talking a lot right now, then maybe very soon that connection. Oh, I cut the deck and I got the Two of Cups. That's so sweet. I feel like it could also indicate that in the near future, the connection will be a little interrupted with her trying to play the catch up game. So I feel like there's just something going on here about her feeling like she needs to kind of get back into things or into the swing of things. She's worried about falling behind. And again, that could keep her very busy. So there's this like feeling of burden or stress or overwhelm that could be interfering with the connection itself. Thoughts and feelings feel really good though. I see here with the Queen of Cups and the Six of Pentacles that she would like to nurture the connection more. She feels like she's doing things that feel intuitively correct to her or right to her. I don't feel like she feels like she's being pressured or forced into something at this time. I think she's just following her gut and following what feels right to her. Um, this also can indicate a level of emotional maturity that has transpired recently between her. Um, there's like some comparisons of herself between her and her mom that's going on with her or in her thoughts at this time. Maybe she's trying to figure out what type of woman she wants to be potentially, but I do see her here making herself more emotionally available, wanting to put more time and effort into your connection. The Six of Pentacles is a very is a very balanced energy. What you give to me, I'll give to you. And so I feel like there's almost like this scale in her head, or this weight that is making her pay a lot more attention when she feels like you're devoting more attention to her than what she's giving back. I'm getting the sense she's the type of person that doesn't like to owe anyone anything. She likes to basically return the favor immediately. She doesn't like to have something hanging over her head, but I think she's trying to get more comfortable with accepting help, and knowing that things can happen like for her unconditionally without expectation. So that could be like a big theme in her life, or like a defining life moment of, and again, this is not a part of your reading, but it's just a message that's coming through specifically of like feeling the need to always pay someone back for what they've done, because maybe there's been stuff that's been hung over her head because they've used it as a sense of control. She doesn't like to owe anyone anything. That's one of the main things that are coming through. She likes things to be even, things to be balanced. But when it comes to you, I think she's getting a little bit more comfortable with allowing the scale to lean a little bit, but it's her desire to make sure the connection feels healthy, to want to rebalance it. So it's not a matter of feeling like you're able to hang something over her head or control her. It's more like, I want to do this thing because I care about the connection, and I'm okay with him giving, 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 and me not being able to give as much right away. But it means something to me to be able to give back to him for a healthy connection. So it is something that I pay attention to and am aware of, but trying to get more comfortable with the feeling that someone might just do something nice for me without expectation. So that's something that she's really trying to kind of get comfortable with. As far as intentions go, I feel like she's just trying to surrender. She's trying, I think that's interesting actually. I didn't realize the dichotomy of the fact that she doesn't like to have someone hang something over her head for control, but she likes to have control of situations. So that's really interesting. I didn't even think about that. But, anyways, I feel like right now she's just trying to surrender um, to what's going on around her, trying not to always have the upper hand, trying not to always be the person that's right, for the sake of your connection between the two of you. Because I do think she wants it to thrive. I cut the deck and got the Page of Cups. I also cut the deck and got the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like she's just really trying to just be um, a softer version of herself, maybe, and not just so extreme. I do know that she taps into her masculine quite a bit, so maybe there's just kind of like dipping her toe in the water of being more on the gentler side of things. I don't think that there's any influences or blocks. I have the Ten of Swords. That's a no for me. As far as the overall energy, the last card of your reading, I have the Six of Wands: success, victory, winning, having a good outcome, things like that. So, generally, overall, I think things are okay. I would say this is definitely more neutral reading. I wouldn't say it's necessarily great, but it's not bad. Um, I feel like this is more stuff that's going on with her internally, but this is how she's going to be presenting to you. So hopefully that answers your questions. I'm going to go ahead and move on to your second one in regards to your mama. All right, mom's a personal trainer. How will this affect our relationship? Mom's a personal trainer. How will this affect our relationship? All right, so we have the Emperor and the High Priestess. This is good. I'm kind of looking at oh wow, this is actually interesting. For some reason I'm being shown or demonstrated like stages of you when it comes to her. So it's like, it's almost like she gets to, this is kind of sweet, she gets to raise you again. It's kind of like the message that I'm getting here. um she sees you go from like a boy to a man, and like now she gets to see, like, raise you again in a sense of training, where you're starting off in a certain age, and then stay with me because I'm trying to make sense of this, but I feel like, so for example, if there's a goal that you want to get to, maybe her goal in raising you was to raise you to be an upstanding person in your community, a good person, and established, well-rounded adult. Whereas now you're coming in and you have a goal that you want to get to. So it's kind of like you're coming to her as like a little kid that she has to raise and get you to that goal that you want to get to. So it feels like there's some type of parallel there of like she gets to raise you again. She gets to like help you get to where you need to be all over again. It's kind of sweet. So I think this is going to bring back some, some memories for her. I think it's going to make her feel good to like be able to spend more one-on-one time with you. But there's that theme of like, this is exciting because I can help him achieve a goal again in life. I can get him to where he needs to be again. And so there's kind of mostly sweet, but a little like bittersweet feelings because maybe she misses you sometimes when you were a little kid. But I see you here going from like a novice to like a champion. Like I see you going from a page to an emperor. So I really feel like this is going to be great for your guys' relationship. I also feel it's going to be great for you. It's like a win-win situation. Seriously, I don't understand if there's nothing negative that I can see here happening. And also I see here like page to a king, page to an emperor. That's both here in this reading. And I also see that it's kind of letting her tap back into more of like her feminine side for you, her more nurturing, more motherly role. So that's a lot of the energy that I'm getting as well. Um, it's interesting because I'm getting at the bottom of the deck Five of Pentacles. I'm like, is she making you pay her for this? Like, I don't think she would do that, but why is money coming up? Um, maybe you got, or also I just realized there could be training that's going on outside, like outside of your home, outside of your house, because sometimes I see the Page of Pentacles as like doing something outside of a building. So you could be doing some kind of training inside, but there's probably going to be aspects to the workout that might take place outdoors. I don't know, there's something there with that. So let's go ahead and shuffle for your last question. After James, we have Leandra. And after Leandra, we have Infinity. IJ, you said, ooh, interesting. Oh, no. Never mind, IJ. If you're in here, ignore me. I thought you said something new in the chat, and I just realized that was a few comments ago. All right. What will Patty and I's relationship be like for the wedding? Okay, so you guys, you want to know where you're going to stand. Where will Patty and James stand by the time of the wedding in June? What will their relationship be like by the time of the wedding in June? What will the relationship be like by the time of the wedding in June? All right, we have the Two of Cups and we have the Empress. I don't know why I'm hearing like lady friend. I don't know why that terminology is coming through. It's kind of like you might not be introducing her as your girlfriend, but you're close enough to where you can say like, oh, this is my lady friend Patty J, where like people will start to get the innuendo. Like if you're introducing her to people, they'll understand like, oh, this is your girl. Or you might even be able to say, this is my girl Patty. Like even if you guys don't have titles yet, which I'm kind of on the fence about that. Like I don't think it's impossible, but I don't know if that's what's going to happen just yet. But I do feel like it's okay to have introductions in front of her that imply that she's your girl. So I I think she'd be okay with that. I think she'd be kind of smitten with that a little bit. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if you will be saying this is my girlfriend, but I think you will be like, this is my lady friend, this is my girl, whatever. I don't think it's gonna be like, this is my friend, Patty. Like, I think it's gonna be more implying that there's something more going on between you that's more on the romantic scale. I see here with the Two of Cups, there's like a lot of partnership dynamics between the two of you. So again, I don't think she's seeing anyone else. I don't think you're seeing anyone else. I think it's just strictly about the two of you, and it's just a matter of time before you guys get together and become committed. The reason why I thought maybe it wasn't going to be quite outright and direct, like this is my girlfriend, is because I have the moon with the Two of Cups. So the moon talks about kind of like leaving an air of mystery in the title, where it's kind of like I'm implying she's my girlfriend without actually saying it. So that's why I kind of feel like you guys might not be boyfriend girlfriend just yet, but it's close enough to where she would be okay with that type of introduction. I also have the Three of Pentacles right next to those two cards as well, which indicates like group gatherings, social settings, and the Three of Pentacles does indicate like companionship. So that's why I feel like the introduction might not be a commitment just yet. It might not be an established relationship just in time for the wedding, but I feel like you guys are very close to that. I see here with the Empress that there's a lot of growth that happens over the next couple of weeks within your connection. And I see. Oh, and the Seven of Cups also talks about how you might be keeping people guessing about what your relationship is. But the thing is that if there are people there that don't know either of you but see you together, they'll assume you're together. That's like the kind of vibe that I'm trying to get across. I hope that makes sense. Is that there's going to be an assumption you guys are in a relationship. You guys are going to be very like affectionate, touchy-feely, shoulder to shoulder, maybe holding hands, maybe dancing together. It's going to be very apparent from the observer that there's definitely more going on between you guys. This is a date. This is not like oh, I just brought my pal, my good old pal. Like, this is definitely gonna be from an outside perspective that you guys are dating one another. But I just don't know if those are the introductions you'll be making. Again, with the Empress, I see growth. There's a lot of change that happens. And I see the Justice card here. I'm trying to understand why the Justice card here. Well, the Justice card does talk about marriage sometimes, so it makes me wonder if maybe that's just like a confirmation for the reading. Why is Justice here, please? Why is Justice here? Okay, so what I'm getting as far as like your relationship and the dynamic with the Justice card is that there's going to be a lot of very uh, straightforward conversations that will be had. I think that you're going to know where you stand before the wedding. I think it's going to be very clear that you both are signaling to each other that you want to be together. And I think that the Justice card here just talks about how things are being brought more into balance within your relationship. And by balance, I mean there's mutuality. I mean, it's not just one-sided. It's like you can kind of sense too that that's kind of what she's wanting as well. Okay, so James, thank you so much for your donation. I am going to move on to Leandra. We are going to keep the donations open for a little while longer if anyone else would like to donate. Leandra, if you're here, feel free to check in. We don't have much of a wait at all. Leandra, thank you for checking in. Okay, so this is option 2, mini spread for Jonathan the Capricorn and Leandra. Leandra and Jonathan the Capricorn. All right, what is Jonathan giving the connection, thoughts, feelings, intentions? Are there any blocks or influences? What is the overall energy, please? What is he giving the connection, thoughts, feelings, intentions? Is there any influences or blocks? Overall energy. 1, 2. Okay, so the first card out, we have the Four of Cups. This is in the position of what are they giving to the connection, or how are they showing up in the connection. And I have this energy of maybe neutrality. Like it almost feels, sorry, give me one quick second. I just wanted to remember something that I said. It's this energy of neutrality. So it's making me feel like it's neither great, it's not necessarily bad, but it's not amazing either. The Four of Cups can often indicate that you're overlooking, like he's overlooking your value, like he could potentially be taking advantage of the situation, or he could be missing out on a great opportunity with you, not seeing what's in front of him while it's here, and just kind of shrugging his shoulders at it, not really making as big of a deal about you and the connection as he should be. So if you're feeling overlooked, if you're feeling taken advantage of, if you're feeling like he's not really seeing what's right in front of him, that's the vibe of the energy. So and this really could happen whether you guys are in a relationship or if you're not. This could happen. Sometimes people can get very comfortable in the connection, and this can happen even if you're committed to one another. This can happen in a marriage, it can happen in engagement, boyfriend girlfriend relationship, whatever, or it could just be a situationship. So I'm not really getting a super clear indication right now. What the dynamic of your relationship is right now, but the energy itself is that he's not giving to you what you feel is appropriate, or maybe you guys should be at a different place at this point in time. You feel like things aren't moving the way that they should, but he's coming through very neutral. Like he's coming through as like, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, take it or leave it kind of vibe. And I don't really feel like it's the energy of considering you, Leandra. I feel like it's more just like what he wants to do. Sometimes this can also indicate a mental health problem with someone as well. I don't really talk medical, but if it comes through, I will bring it up. So this can indicate that his apathy is basically because he's unhappy with himself, and therefore he's not really seeing the sparkle of life and seeing like how amazing you are, because he's not really happy with himself or seeing how amazing he is with himself. So this could also like have nothing to do with you, period. This could have to do with like a him problem, like a him thing. um but there's this indication that I feel like he thinks that he's disappointing you, and um but he's not, I don't feel right now, going to do anything about this because it's just a very neutral, take it or leave it kind of energy. As far as thoughts and feelings, I do have the Three of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So it almost makes me feel like he wants you to just accept the situation for what it is and don't really like have feelings about it or speak on it at all. Three of Cups. Now, when I say this, I fully intend on it being something that you know about. I don't typically say things and I'm trying to like shock you or catch you off guard. So this is something that you would know about. So if it resonates with you, take it. If you do not know about this, then it's probably not a message for you. It's just something I need to say, because I have many interpretations and indications in readings. So Three of Cups right off the bat straight away can indicate to me that he's either just looking for friendship with you. That could be one implication or interpretation. The second thing could indicate this is a third party situation, meaning that you're involved with someone else where he is. This is something you would know about. But there's this feeling of looking to the outside for validation. So he could be relying heavily on other people's opinions as well. This is a third interpretation of this card, that he could be relying on other people as well, and worrying too much about how other people are thinking or feeling about this connection, not keeping it within the connection between the two of you. Some couples will handle their issues in private and they don't tell anybody about it, and then there's other people who literally are floodgates and telling everybody about their problems or relying too heavily on what other people think and not keeping the relationship sacred and private between the two of them. So that could be another indication. It could indicate that maybe he's having trouble deciding between you and someone else, or maybe he's struggling with the fact that you're deciding between him and someone else. Very, very rarely, I would say like 1% chance, this is an indication of a desire for a polyamorous relationship or a threesome. I also feel like with the thoughts and feelings, the thoughts section of this with the Wheel of Fortune, he really just wants things to go his way. I don't feel like he's very much worried about anyone else's, like, and when I say anyone else, I mean like if it doesn't sound good to him, he's not going to do it. So he's not really worried about like what someone else thinks or feels, as far as if his feelings trump all. But again, there's like that contradictory thing because he's worried about other people's opinions, but in the end, he's going to do whatever he wants to do without consideration of other people. So it's kind of like a selfish mindset is kind of the vibe. And I also feel like too with this that he might be so indecisive and so apathetic, kind of going back to the first card, that he might just not want to make a decision. He might not want to do anything at all, and he might just hope that whatever happens is whatever happens. Like he's not in control of that. The Wheel of Fortune a lot of times could talk about divine intervention. So if it's meant to be, it will be. So he might be relying too much on fate or divine intervention or divine timing for something to happen rather than to make something happen himself. He's neglecting his free will in that regard. Intentions, I have 8 of Cups. So this can indicate that he's going to be abandoning your connection, or he could be maybe not completely walking away, but withdrawing from it. So you might have been or see soon that he's kind of pulling back his energy from the relationship, and not being around as much or not being as mentally and physically checked in as maybe he used to be. I don't feel there's necessarily any influence over the connection per se, besides what I've already mentioned, but I do feel like there's a block in communication. I do feel like there's an issue with him being completely upright and honest with you about things. Maybe potentially you might feel like you're not getting the full truth out of him, or he's not speaking to you directly the way that he should. And I also see here that getting clarity from him is quite difficult. I'm not saying the relationship cannot work, but I feel like it's going to rely heavily on you to make this work out. And so if you already feel like you're doing too much, it's going to feel very one-sided for a while. And again, this is just the current energy, but it almost makes me feel like if you want this relationship to work, if you're going to have to carry like the load, you're going to have to carry the weight of this for a while, and kind of make things happen. I don't really see him putting as much effort into this as you are. And maybe that's okay with you, maybe not, but it definitely feels very much like he's not here. He's not here right now to match your energy. I'm not putting in too much energy. I've been taking it slow. Okay, that's good. That's good. So what this is telling me is that you're taking things at your own pace. You're making sure that you're not depleting your own energy or draining yourself. Um, but it is going to indicate you taking the lead because I have you here as the Queen of Cups and I don't see him showing up anywhere. So you might have to be the one to take the lead on this. So if you're looking to kind of get out of your masculine energy, be more in your soft feminine, maybe you want a man who's going to lead you. It really all depends on the dynamic of the situation. If you're in a marriage, yeah, yeah, of course. If you're in a marriage, maybe he needs to rely on you right now. If you're, in a relationship you've been in for years and years and years, maybe it's just your turn to carry the load for a little while. A lot of times that goes back and forth, but if this is newer or you guys are not established in a commitment, um, you would have to determine like if that's worth it to you. So that's that's what I'm picking up. But you're so welcome, Leandra. Thank you for stopping in and donating. Next up, we have Infinity. Infinity, if you're here, please check in with me. I have you down for a mini reading. Eliana, hi. I literally just thought of you. Yeah, donations are open. I was just thinking about you a few minutes ago because IJ was here and he was getting a reading about 30 minutes ago, and I remember that you introduced him to me. So you crossed my mind. So that's kind of crazy. But yes, donations are open still. There's only one person right now on the list. Infinity, if you're here, please check in with me. Okay, that sounds great. I'm letting Infinity know that we're ready for her, so hopefully she can stop back in here soon. I'm really trying to get through these readings as quickly as I can without waiting too much in between. Plus, I'm getting a little hungry, actually. I got it, girl. Too many readings? Is that what you wanted? Infinity, if you're here, please check in with me. We might have to skip back over you and come back because I can't wait too long in between donations. So hopefully you can show up soon. I'm also going to go ahead and do a last call on donations as well, because it's been almost 3 hours that I've been here and I'm cool to hang, but I'm getting hungry. That's the main thing. I'm getting hungry. Infinity, if you're here, please, please, please check in. Oh, mini and past, present, future. Cool. I haven't done a past, present, future in a minute. That's awesome. I always wonder if I'm like, should I take those off or not? Because they're not super popular, but every once in a while someone gets it and I'm like, it's good. Maybe I can put it on like a hidden menu, you know, where like the OGs know that I offer it, but it's not like advertised. Hey Infinity, go ahead and post your question. I have you down for a mini reading. You've never done one. All right, so we're doing an option 2 love reading for Infinity and Leo. L the Leo. L the Leo. Are they showing up for the connection? Thoughts, feelings, intentions. Are there any influences or blocks? What is the overall energy? All right. I think I just got one last donation in, and I'm going to honor that, and then we're going to put a all list close on the screen. If you are waiting for your donation, you can add to it, but anyone else that's coming in new, no more donations. Right now we're working on Infinity. Then we have Eliana, and then after that we have Livy for an in-depth rating. And then after that, all lists are closed. All right, Infinity, let's see. Infinity, it seems kind of like it's not what it seems, or things from the outside are not what it's actually going on. So basically it's not what it looks like. So I have here with the 5 of Swords that maybe this person is trying to hold on to their power, or they're trying to take a stand for something, or they're trying to have the upper hand, or something along the lines in the connection. They want to feel like they're being seen and heard, and that maybe they want the ball in their court. It really just depends on your connection, but there's something here that this person feels like they're standing for, or that it really matters to them and they're wanting to take a stand for it. The problem is they're not going about this thing the right way. So it could be difference of opinions, it could be disagreements, it could be maybe they want something that you don't want, or you want something they aren't ready for. But to me it feels like they kind of want to have like the power and the connection, and it's coming across maybe a bit abrasive or a bit um I don't think hostile is the right word. I don't think there's like a lot of, I don't know, you tell me if there's conflict here, but it does feel like a point of tension. I'm also hearing contention and I don't know what that means. Hold on, let me look that up. Yeah, a point of contention, I suppose. But I don't feel like it's what it looks like on the outside. Because you're not sure what it is. Do you Okay, so Infinity, we're gonna change this a little bit because Spirit just reminded me that the swords a lot of times mean internal conflict. Okay, so we're gonna kind of go with that. If it was the Five of Wands, we can't really dispute that that there's something going on externally, but a Five of Swords energy can mean there's something going on internally within him. So take what I've said, but make it more of like an internal conflict, or an issue within himself. Maybe he's fighting with himself, or trying to figure out where he stands. And maybe what he's showing on the outside, he's hiding these like deeper conflicts that are within him. I can't really change the card or the nature of the card, but I can understand better with information what this might be trying to say. So maybe an internal conflict is what I'm picking up on. Um, Thoughts and feelings. The reason why I said it's not what it looks like on the outside, it's what's going on inside. Because when he thinks of you, he thinks a lot of great things. I have the Ten of Cups, the Empress, and the Eight of Wands, especially, as well as the Two of Wands. So I feel like right now, his thoughts and feelings are following his gut. Wait. Infinity, are you in a relationship with this person? I'm getting, for some reason, like, I'm kind of getting like, okay, I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm kind of getting like proposal, like for some reason that's coming through right now. It makes me feel like he's it kind of makes me feel like he's planning for something really big. Are you guys in a relationship? I don't know why I'm suddenly getting this message of like, is maybe that his internal conflict is not what it is on the outside. On the outside, it's not what it looks like. Internal conflict, wanting to take a stand for something that he believes in. It does make sense. It does make sense. Because for some reason, I'm like, wait. Okay, Infinity. This person, just know I'm getting the theme of a proposal. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there and we're gonna see what sticks. But that's the vibe, because thoughts and feelings here, we have High Priestess and Ten of Cups. So that makes me feel like he's saying, I'm following my gut when making this decision. I'm following my gut. I'm doing what I feel is right in the moment. Ten of Cups is something that he's thinking about. So that talks about marriage. That talks about, I feel like there's like a next level commitment that's happening here. So mark my words, that is what I'm feeling. Um, Long-term relationships, marriage, that kind of thing. But this like point of contention or stress, or like conflict that he's feeling inside, it could just be from the pressure that he's feeling now that he's made this decision. um so yeah, I'm trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, but that's what it feels like to me. As far as intentions go, I have the Empress. So this talks about growth. It talks about wanting to grow with you, feeling like your wife material. That's kind of why I'm getting that taking things to the next level proposal energy here. And the Two of Wands also talks about him looking to the future, making decisions looking to the future. I don't feel like there's necessarily any blocks for your relationship, or any like strong influences. I feel like things are pretty okay. And with the Eight of Wands as the overall energy is like something is fast approaching for your relationship infinity. I feel like something's coming in very, very quickly. Just kind of expect the unexpected is like the energy that they're telling me right now. But just to round out your reading, I do want to kind of pull one more card and just see if there's anything else that I'm missing that I'm not touching on. Five of Swords can sometimes talk about intimidation, so there could be like this big moment like that he's gonna ask, take things to the next level. Maybe that could be making him feel a little intimidated. I see him here holding something. So, for example, it could be holding a ring. It could be, if you guys aren't living together, it could be holding a key to give you a key to his place. It could be like a gift that that is associated with a grand gesture. So again, you don't have to tell me the nature of your relationship. You just kind of have to like take these messages how they make sense and apply for your relationship. Because like, for example, if you guys just started dating, obviously this is not a proposal, and if it is, that's kind of crazier things have happened, but most likely that's not the case. We have to also take what's realistic. So if you guys just started dating, for example, and I'm picking up proposal, maybe it's not a proposal, maybe it's not a proposal of marriage, but maybe it's an offer to ask you to be his girlfriend, right? It's kind of like the same idea, but we just have to understand too realistically what this could be interpreting as. So take with that what you will. This was a really nice reading. He's got something going on internally right now, but he's really trying to play it cool. That's the vibe. That's what I'm getting. Let me know if you have any questions about this, and if not, then I hope you have a great rest of your night. Kind of surprised, no blocks or outside influences. Yeah, I got a no on that one. Oh my god, what card was it? What card was it? I can't even remember what card it was. I'm trying to remember. I want to say I feel like it was something in like the swords suit. And a lot of times that can just talk about like oh, it was Six of Swords is what it was. Six of Swords talks about easy sailing, like the hard part is over. Things are supposed to get easier for you guys. So, it could just be like the residual feelings or the effects of something that happened in the past. But I feel like the hard part's over. So, nothing super heavy there. So I guess that's a good thing. All right. So Eliana. And then Livy after that. Livy, are you in here? I just want to make sure that you're actually here too, because we're going to get started on you after Eliana, and then I am going to be signing off for the night. Eliana, did you want to do the freestyle in love, career, or sorry, did you want to do the past, present, future as a love, career, or freestyle? That's what I was trying to say. Oh, you're very welcome, Infinity. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Um, so Radiant says for the mini, let's do a general for this coming week. For past, present, future, let's do love. Okay, perfect. So Radiant, do you have a preference on which one we do first? Okay. All right, let's do a past, present, future. Past, present, future. Love. Oh my God. Eliana, ay. Um, I've got the tower in the future position and I'm not a fan of this. I don't like this at all. The one thing that they're saying to me is that you don't have um much trouble with people being interested in you. I feel like you catch people's attention quite a bit. Now, I don't know if that's how you perceive it to be. You might agree with that statement, but I don't think you realize how much you turn heads. I really don't. I think that there are probably a lot of people who maybe see you, notice you, check you out, like are like interested in you, you turn their heads kind of thing. They may not do anything about it. So I don't think that you realize just how often people are very attracted to you. And I think it's definitely a physical thing for sure, but I think it's also like an essence or an energy. And the problem with that is that with anything that we're vibrating at, like any level that we're vibrating at, anything lower than that's going to be attracted to us. Anything at our level or below is going to be attracted to us. So we really have to sift through. He said you purposely ignore it, pretend you don't see. I'm like, damn, this girl's in her peak right now because I feel like anything's gonna be attracted to you because the higher you are, the more is available to want you and want to be like definitely like it's like this magnet. And I think with the tower is kind of like just this key of like pay attention pay attention to this, use your head, you have really good discernment, realize like what's for you and what's not for you because you're gonna have like lurkers, you're gonna have gremlins, you're gonna have trolls, you're gonna have a lot of this extra stuff. I'm kind of viewing it, I wish I could draw a picture and show you right now, but it's like you're vibing at a certain, let's just say you're vibing at a 9, okay? The amount of 9s that are going to want to be with you is high, but it's not going to be as many as 8s and 7s and 6s and 5s and 4s and 3s and 2s and 1s because you got to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got to add all those together. That's going to be a huge chunk of your pie, okay? All of the 9s, it's just the 9 category. So all the people that are available to you at your level are very um it's just not as big a cut of the pie because you're adding so many slices together to equal what's not at your level and you only have the one little section of 9s available to you. So glad this is making sense because I'm like I feel like I'm not making sense. So basically there's just we got to sift through the BS. I feel like with the tower here it's kind of just like just know who you are. The tower talks about like revelations and epiphanies and just be very, very astute and aware of basically anybody that's interested in you. Please like number them. Please go, oh, that's a 2, that's a 4. And I'm not talking attractiveness, I'm talking about quality human being and compatibility with who you are. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I feel like this tower here in the future position, and we're just going to jump right in there, is that you are just judge people harshly. Again, I'm not talking about attractiveness. I'm talking about their compatibility with you and who you are. Their readiness to be in a relationship, what they have to offer. Are they on your level? Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. I think that's great. I just feel like it's very important because I keep hearing dumpster fire. I keep hearing like there are going to be so much trash coming for you. And I just don't want you to settle. I think the tower is a great card. As far as spiritual evolvement, I think that it's a great card that shows that your discernment is at high levels, that you are enlightened and you have it's almost like this light bulb moment. It's like you might have been walking around in the dark before, but your light is so on and so bright, and you can see so much better. You can see through the bullshit. But with that comes along is that there's a light now on you, and now everyone can see you and everyone wants you. So it's very interesting the way that spirit's kind of translating this. Maybe it's because you're very intuitive, and so I'm getting like a lot of analogies, but they're like, oh, she's with you. She understands. She understands what you're saying. It's okay. But I'm over here going, what am I even saying? But I feel like it's just very important to you that you realize that the quality of men, they are there for you. They are there, but they're just not all over the place. Not as much as these 8, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 wands are. Okay. So it's like we really have to kind of sift through the bullshit. I'm seeing you here sitting in the center. You're the Empress. I shit you not. In the present form, I have the Empress card. So I'm sitting here thinking like, you said you do understand, thank God. Um, yes, any odd feelings, just kick them out. Kick them out. Like, literally just be like, get out of here. Because I don't want. Here's the thing, you're good for them, but they're not good for you. That's the problem. But the center of the reading as the Empress just kind of like double confirms what I've been saying about how spotlighted you are right now. There is something so powerful about a woman who has healed, who has grown, who has evolved and done all of this independently. I can't begin to tell you the power that that brings. And not only that, but just like this essence, right? So people are going to be pulled to you, drawn to you, not only physically, but they're also going to be attracted to your energy. They're going to be attracted to your essence, that makes you who you are, and that's unique. And so there's going to be no one like you either. It's going to be like a drug. They're going to be like, I can't get enough. And so that will settle down once you're maybe in an established relationship where you're loved properly and you're with someone that you want to be with. It's almost like your antenna goes down. Like, people will still feel this way about you, but it'll be like a softer way. So don't feel like this is going to be like this forever, but I feel like right now and you're just in your peak. You're just in your peak, and that's good because that means that you're now ready to meet the man of your dreams. But kick those other no good, you know what I mean? Like kick them to the side because I just feel like that's the message for you here with the past, present, future. In the past position, I have the Ten of Swords, and this talks about how like no one from your past is good for you. They are saying this person coming in for you. This is new. This is new information. New person, new energy. You do not ever go back. Do not ever go back to the past like ever again. That's dead. I think to you, you say all that stuff is dead to me. I don't care if an ex comes out from the depths of the ground and like you haven't talked to this person in 10 years. That person is not for you. They're saying everything of the past, leave it there. They're in their graves, let them rest in peace. they are not here for you. You need something new. You need something different. The Ten of Swords is saying that coffin is closed. Shut it up, nail it, staple gun it, whatever you got to do. The Ten of Swords is just talks strictly about endings. Everything in your past is over for a reason. Don't open that again. Don't open that can of worms again. I feel like a lot of this too is just maybe confirmation of what you already known. But I feel like it's something that you really, really, really need to hear and just remember is that you are that girl and your man is here for you. Your man is waiting for you. Just do not settle for anything less than what that quality. I would actually argue a little bit, Aliana, to once you feel like you've met your person, make them work a little bit more for it. Because you want to see how they're going to show up for you, even if you're not giving into it. And your person, if they're crazy about you, they will. They are not going to sit here and measure dicks. They're not going to say, oh, well, you put this much into it, so I'm only going to put. They're not here to play games. You're going to realize that you're pretty much doing nothing and they're taking the lead and they're like, what do you need? What can I get for you? What do you want? And you're gonna be able to sit there and go, wow, I'm like not even putting anything into this relationship right now and this person is coming for me so hard. That's how you're gonna know. And then you can go, okay, well, now I want to make things even. I want them to feel appreciated, so I'm gonna put more into this. But I'm telling you right now, this person's gonna be there for you. They're gonna show up for you. They're gonna chase you, and they're not really gonna give two shits about whether or not you're giving back to them. There's not going to be any kind of measuring at all there. Maybe that's something that you needed to hear. Yeah, you never visit your past relationships. Exactly. But your ex was like that. Your ex wanted to measure everything. Well, maybe that's what you needed to hear. That's probably really important for you to know that then, because that resonates with you clearly. Okay. So, general for this coming week. I did because it gets a little scary wanting to get back out there. Yeah, it is scary. But that's the thing. This guy, I feel like this guy for you, and maybe I'm just tapping into your guy specifically, but I feel like your guy is literally going to be like, what do you want? What do you need? Assisting you, opening your doors, pulling out your chair. You're sick, let me bring you some food. Half the time, probably not even asking what you need or want, just anticipating your needs. I feel like that's the person for you. Now, I can say that not every man is like that. My husband's not like that. I anticipate his needs, he doesn't anticipate mine. But his love language is acts of service. He will do things for me. But I think that's why I'm tapping into your guy specifically, because I'm not comparing it to any kind of experience that I've seen or had. I'm truly just tapping into that energy of your future guy just wanting to do everything for you. Like, he's the kind of guy that's gonna like go, okay, well, she said she's coming home to make dinner, but the kitchen is a mess, so let me go ahead and clean up the kitchen really quickly for her so that way she can come in and do her thing. Like, there's a lot of anticipating what you need, taking your car to get your gas filled up when he knows that you might run late the next morning, washing your car, taking your car to get an oil change. I feel like I just have this man here for you that's like, what can I do for you? Very, very acts of service, but in the expression of wanting to anticipate your needs to make your life easier for you. Like, for example, in my relationship, we're very much a partnership. I basically chose my role and he chose his role, and we're very good with that. We're very happy with that. It's very 50-50. We don't measure, we don't say, oh, well, I did this, you did that, didn't do that. We don't do that kind of shit, but it's very equal. Like, I'm talking about your person is the type of person that is gonna love being loved by you so much that they're not gonna care what you're giving into this. As long as they feel loved by you, that's it, game over. They're gonna do whatever they can to anticipate your needs for you. Thanks, Eliana. Yeah, it works for us. It works for us for sure. All right, general for Eliana. general for Eliana. And then the last reading of the night is for Livy. Livy, if you're here, please check in with me. Yeah, it definitely works for us for sure. But I just feel like this guy coming in for you, such strong, I'm gonna lead. Let me help you. Let me be of service to you. Because they love being loved by you. They love what you do. They love who you are. This week. Maybe taking some time for yourself because I see the Eight of Cups and the Hermit card. So either this is interpreted as you walking away from something or taking a break from something. And maybe spending more time like focusing on yourself with the Hermit card here. But the Eight of Cups kind of talks about like pulling your energy back. Like maybe you've been putting a lot of focus and really just go. And now you're kind of like, okay, well, I will get back to that, but I really need a break. I really need to just put that to the side for now because the problem is always going to be there. That issue is always going to be there. It's going to be there waiting for me, but right now I really need to like just put on pause for a minute. So Eight of Cups is like kind of just pulling back a bit. You've been feeling burnt out. I think you need to. I really do. And I honestly think that plan should get started this week for you. Your time off might even begin this week, honestly. But I think at least there's going to be a plan set in motion this week for that. So you are the head of a lot of businesses. And I'm seeing that here with the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Plus, I know a little bit about that with you. And maybe you feel like it's all on your shoulders and you feel like, well, if I don't do it, who's going to? But I really think you need to take that time for yourself. I have the Two of Pentacles here. And so this talks about work-life balance. It's crazy because we start businesses so that way we can manage our own schedule, and then we realize, well, that actually didn't work out so well for me because now I'm doing everything all of the time and you don't feel like you have as much time for yourself. Like you can give it to yourself, but who's going to do the job when I'm not here? Even with going live, I sometimes do multiple days this week. Yeah, so definitely start that plan this week, Eliana. I think pulling back is great. I do feel, though, that you need more of a solid, give yourself like a 2-day minimum, maybe 3 days where you're literally not doing anything. I'm talking couch rot. I'm talking literally go do something that doesn't require any effort or energy, period. Like that's what I'm feeling for you. And again, like I said, this plan will start this week without a doubt, but I'm hoping that you can make it start to happen this week as well. Oh my God, Luna, the other day someone asked me how many days I take off and it's literally none. This is a problem, girl. How long do you think you're going to be able to keep going like this without completely breaking down? Like your body will shut down on you if you start doing too much. You're going to get sick and your body is going to go, "Well, I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you to take a break and you're not." And then it's going to make you take a break whether you like it or not. At least this way you can prepare for it rather than it just completely throwing a wrench in your whole week. I want you to be able to take some time off and like guilt free. Okay, don't feel guilty about it. I know what it's like to work, hustle, and it's okay to do that for a month or two when you know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But when it's go full 100% and it's indefinite, there's no light at the end of this tunnel. This is just something that you're doing with no end date in sight. That's when the burnout's going to happen. So give yourself some time. Maybe just plan your calendar like once a month. I'm going to take 3 full days off of work. Because the thing is that one day out of the week is great. if you're doing it consistently, it should be able to give you enough of what you need for a short period of time. But you really need that like true break. You really do. And right now, because you've been go, go, go for so long, it needs to be a little bit longer than a day. But yeah, that's what I've got for you, Eliana. It's easy to, it happens to the best of us. It's just, it's no one's fault. It's just what happens. Um, we can lose sight of like our own personal like needs because we're just so busy. But give yourself that time that you need. Give yourself the permission. And if you can plan it, you won't feel as guilty when you take the time off. At least not as guilty. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. How long are you going to be going for? Yeah, you're like me. And you feel inspired too. That's the part when you're doing something you're passionate about and you're inspired about it, it doesn't feel like work. And you get so ahead of yourself because you're like, oh, this is actually giving me energy. I'm so excited about it. I love doing this. Da, 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 da. And before you know it, 2 weeks have gone by. You fully immersed yourself in this passion. And even though it was energizing you in the beginning, it's draining you now. And you have to be able to separate yourself from that and recognize when that starts to happen. And I'm telling you, it happens to me. I totally get it. It's just one of those things where we have to go, wait, I need a break. I really need a break. Yeah, that's awesome. 6 days. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I love that for you. Well, maybe just kind of dial it back this week, like you said, with the like one stream per day rather than like the multiple ones you've been doing. Find little ways here and there where you can kind of dial it back and then just like look forward to that vacation that you're taking. I'm so excited for you. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Eliana. I'm so happy to see you, and I'm so happy you stopped by. All right, we are going to work on Livy. Now, Livy, I don't know if you're in here or not, but I did get your donation, so we're going to go ahead and just do your reading. I see that you wanted to know what's coming towards you in love. You're welcome, Eliana. Have a good night. What's coming towards you in love? Oh, it says working on live now. I'm so used to typing live. Working on Livy. Yeah. Have a good night, girl. All right, working on Livy now. All right, I have Aquarius. I have Taurus. I have maybe a little bit of Libra vibes. Coming towards Livy in love. Gemini. I'm just calling all the signs that I'm seeing. I just feel compelled to do that right now. So, Scorpio. Or I'm sorry, not Scorpio. Virgo. All right, so Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and yeah, that's what I'm getting. So we're just going to start off there with calling out the signs that I've got. But as far as what's coming towards you in love, I do have a masculine energy here, King of Pentacles. And I see a couple of pages. So what that tells me straight off, Livy, is that you've got multiple suitors. So one is really compatible for you, and then there's a couple other that maybe haven't been the best compatibility for you. And when I say that there's one suitable match for you and then a couple somewhat incompatible but multiple suitors, some of these pages could already be in your life. It could be one that you have entertained recently or someone you've had in the back of your mind. Maybe they're not 100% a match, but the main thing that I'm hearing is that when you know, you'll know. Like these other little options that maybe there's like a lot of dissimilarities. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's like you like a lot about them, but they're not 100% what you're looking for. I think it's important you don't invest further in those things because I do have a King of Pentacles here. It's not it's not for you to have to raise someone else to their full potential. I think at this point in life, it's important for you that you have someone that just comes ready to go. I'm getting like turnkey husband material here. This person's really good with like finances, I feel. They're really good at manifesting what it is that they want. I'm just getting like money manager. So either they're coming with a huge savings account, maybe they make a good amount of money. Maybe they have their own place, but I feel like there's like a lot of security here with this person where you feel like they can kind of take the lead on the finances. Um, I don't know if you, I don't know if it's in your interest to be a like stay-at-home wife. I don't know if that's an interest of you, but I kind of feel like that's what this person would allow you to do. I am kind of getting either if you want to work a career and he works a career, maybe you guys get to retirement at an earlier age and you guys can enjoy your life more like later on. But I'm getting like if you wanted to be a stay-at-home wife or you wanted to start your own business, this is the type of person that would say, hey, go do what you want to do. I don't know if you have kids. I don't know if you're in a place of wanting kids, but I feel like that stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mom kind of vibe is here with this person. So if you feel like you're interacting with people, but maybe they don't have a job, maybe they don't have an established place that they are living at, maybe they're not independent, maybe they're not really offering some type of security to you. I think that it's a good indication that these people are not for you. These people are for other people who might be in the same place that they are. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. It doesn't mean you're not attracted to them or you're not interested in them. But this person that's coming for you, Livy, this is someone who's turnkey, ready to go. There's no improvements, no renovations that need to happen. And you're going to know because they're going to be in the position of wanting to take care of you. They're going to love it if you have a career and want one, but they're also going to love it if you don't. I think the main thing is that as soon as they start feeling loved by you and appreciated by you, they're going to be fine with whatever it is that you want to do. As far as that's concerned, I feel like it's kind of a dream of theirs actually to be the breadwinner of the family. Again, very, very masculine energy. They have dreams and aspirations to be a husband, the breadwinner, um, the person that like builds you a house, your dream house. Like I feel like this person's coming through, maybe even wanting to be a father. Maybe already is a father. I don't know, that message is also here. I don't know how you feel about that, but there's that potential there as well. I just feel like this person's just really good at being responsible and taking care of things that need to be taken care of. I do feel like there is love here for sure, but I think it's that security of feeling like someone else loves you enough to want to take care of you that feels really, really good. I feel like there's mutual appreciation as well. Um, I think this person carries a lot of patience. The last message I'm getting on this person is that they're very like routine oriented. They have like a morning routine, a nighttime routine. They like when their days are very like cohesive and similar and have some type of routine built into them. So what that means for you is that there's a lot of predictability here. It doesn't mean the relationship's predictable, it just means that you can start to feel safe because you can rely on their routine. And that feels really good because you know what to expect from this person. There's no surprises, no games, no like questionable things that happen. You just kind of know what to expect with this person. They're very reliable. But that also means that they might be slow to make decisions. They might want to like mull things over and take time to think on things. So you're not going to be dealing with a type of person who makes decisions very quickly or does things very spontaneously. But the great part about that is that when they make a decision or when they decide on something, you know that that is what's right for them and that they're not going to change their mind. So it might take them a while to get there, but once they decide, it's done. It's written in stone. That is how they feel. And there's some type of safety in that. So, for example, it might take them a year longer to propose to you than maybe what you would expect. But they want to know that they're feeling what they're doing is the right thing. Being wrong is the worst thing to them ever. They want to make sure that they're doing the right thing, they're making the right decision. They want to feel it in every bone of their body that it's the right thing to do. And sometimes that does take time. They're more slower moving. But just know that once they've made that decision, that is it. That is set in stone, concrete, cemented, the decision that they want. And you can feel that safety in knowing that person is 100% sure. And there's that like feeling of security and safety when you know that about someone. So, um, main thing I'm getting here is just if you don't feel these qualities in someone, if you don't feel like this is the type of person that you're coming across, don't waste time. Just keep waiting for that person to come through. Very earth energy. I was pulling Taurus specifically for this person's sun sign, but it could be Cap or Virgo as well. Um, oh, and you know what I just realized? Uh, I believe I had the Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles in the same reading. I can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure I did because I remember picking up on Virgo energy. So this would indicate that you guys are actually a very good match for each other. And I also feel like you guys are able to make things happen a lot quicker than maybe what other people can. So he might be slow moving, for example, to make decisions. But if you guys have a dream on your heart, you can make it happen a lot faster than the average person just because you're so good at manifesting together. But that is what I have for you, Livy. I'm sorry that you couldn't be here for your reading, but I appreciate your donation and I hope you have a great rest of your evening. If there's anyone else that is waiting here that's hanging out with me, thank you for your support. I appreciate you. It's been almost 4 hours, so I am going to sign off. Just a reminder, I don't work on Mondays or Tuesdays. You will most likely indefinitely never see me on a Monday or Tuesday. If you happen to see me on a Monday or Tuesday, it's just a really random thing, spontaneous, that was unexpected. But moving forward until otherwise indicated, you won't see me on Mondays and Tuesdays. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I'll be back on Wednesday evening. You can always book a private reading with me as well. If you have any questions ever for me, you can follow me on Instagram, send me a message or an email. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. I hope you guys have a great weekend.